Wait for some people to get in here. Have a little chat. Couldn't get home early enough to get on Escaped Aliens live thing with EpicTube HD. But I heard some of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got some music on. I have no idea if anyone's even going to come in here. Might be too late. But I guess we're going to find out. You never know unless you try. But I guess we're going to find out. Get some music on. Oh, come on. Where is it? And go from there. Hey, it's Neon Nightmare. What's up? I really enjoyed the conversation EpicTube HD and Escaped Alien were having while I was driving. Hey, Smoking the Grits was in there. Fresh cakes. So I just figured I'd get on stream too, and because I figured there's a good vibe for good MetaZoo conversation. And just get everyone's opinion. Like, what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And just so everyone knows, like, you don't have to agree with me. So, but I also want everyone to know too, I think it's fair to say for everyone in my streams, it's just a hobby. It's not a big deal. I mean, but I think I treat MetaZoo the way I would treat a sports team. You know what I mean? You want them to succeed, but when they're screwing up, you're going to criticize the shit out of them. You know what I mean? You're going to be being like, hey, I paid good money to go to this game. Why is the star player sitting on the bench? What is the coach doing? You know what I mean? So just so everyone knows, that's the way I view MetaZoo, is I want them to be better. Because if I didn't care, I'd be like a lot of other people. I'd be silent and I'd be gone. So, hey, Mr. Haunt. Man, I wish I could have got in that stream with Harley and them. Because I want to ask, what is his opinion on them copying Lorcanda's design for the common cards? And for the double star rares, they're identical to One Piece. You know, and so many other things. I wish EpicTube HD would watch Layered Worlds video. That video is, like, excellent. And it's not, you know, biased. It's true. Anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to discuss some measures. I'm just eating some nuggets. I got my chicken nuggets. Always eat your junk food after the workout. Not every workout, but you know what I mean. Never before. So what do you guys think? I mean, obviously anyone that's even in my stream likes the concept of MetaZoo, but I think it's okay to say MetaZoo sucks right now, but MetaZoo doesn't suck, you know what I mean? The company sucks, but that doesn't mean they can't get better. It's like your favorite sports team, right? There's a lot of cities that, like, what about the New York Jets? That fan base. Oh my goodness, I feel so sorry for them. But people still show up. I'm sure they're not too happy, but you know what I mean? So should the people that are voting with their wallet not be able to be honest? You know what I mean? And if it sounds negative, that's the company's fault. They're the ones doing the bullshit that's making people have negative comments. So, I mean, how many times have you seen a sports team that is expected to perform well, and when they don't, the crowd boos them out of the building? Now, does that team cross their legs and pout and cry. No, they're like, you know what? These motherfuckers that are booing us pay good money to see us, so we better step up the next game. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, man. You gotta view MetaZoo or any hobby. If you're spending money on it, it's like a sports team. You want them to do as good as they can. And right now, this MetaZoo is lazy as balls. You looking for fresh cakes? Well, I got fresh cakes. But where are they? Give me 1 sec. I'll get the fresh cakes out. Oh man, I wish I could have got on that stream with Harley and them. You know, had Nick Strength and Pokemon came out and make videos like I do saying MetaZoo sucks? No, he just fucking left. He's going to open some for Secret Shadows, but that's what MetaZoo needs to worry about. Don't worry about MetaZoo Menace, and if I have a point of view that might be a little negative or constructive criticism, worry about the people that aren't talking about MetaZoo anymore. That's who they should worry about, not me. I'm sure they're not worried about me either, but still. Nick Strength and Pokemon has never been in the Discord. Many of the biggest people in Pokemon that collect have never been in the Discord. Discord doesn't mean shit. So I hope no one ever thinks that I'm upset that they banned me. Who cares? The MetaZoo Discord doesn't represent anything. It's just a place to get information. So I think there's some misconceptions out there, and I'm just hoping to clear them up. And unlike MetaZoo, if people disagree with me, that's totally fine. I don't agree with everything Gaichu's ever said, or Cheeseburger, or other people. But I also recognize that Gaichu has talent. And next thing you know, I have fresh cake cards. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if no one likes what I like. At one point in time, no one liked the old MetaZoo when it went bankrupt, and I was still making videos. That's because I don't give a shit. I still like it. But anyways, yeah. I was curious everyone else's point of view, like what, like, I asked Harley a question in the stream. I said, what are you looking forward to most about the new MetaZoo? What are you looking forward to next? And you know what his answer was? He doesn't know. And you know why he doesn't know? It's not his fault. It's because this useless company probably doesn't even have a plan. No one knows what's going on in MetaZoo. Yeah, I'll always be addicted too. Escaped Alien asked me the last stream, he's like, why are you into MetaZoo? Like, what keeps you in it? And I don't know. I like cryptids. I grew up researching cryptids all the time. Now you might be like, well, why aren't you in the cryptid camp? I just like the concept, the way MetaZoo, where it was OG MetaZoo. Here's the thing. I'll be honest. If MetaZoo just came out right now, without the history of the old MetaZoo, I doubt I'd be into it. So, I doubt a lot of us would be into it. Has anyone ever thought about that? No, I wish I could have talked to Harley on the stream. Like, if there was no OG MetaZoo, and MetaZoo just started right now the way Charlie and them are doing it, it already would be over. I would love anyone to debate that. It would be over. There wouldn't even be a third set, probably. And if there was, it would be even worse than it is right now. The only people buying the new MetaZoo are the OG MetaZoo fans. So hence, if there was no OG MetaZoo fans, who's buying the new MetaZoo? Right? And the only reason OG MetaZoo fans stuck around is because there's Quote streams selling OG MetaZoo for 10 months. But now that Quote stopped, look what happened to the secondary market for old Zoo and new Zoo. It's absolutely brutal. Yeah, and that's the thing. They haven't created much of a new fan base. Imagine if the OG people weren't there. That escaped alien live stream doesn't even happen tonight. We don't even know who Epic Tube HD is unless you collect Pokemon. Who would I be? You know what I mean? Well, I will just have my wrestling channel, but that's about it. At the end of the day, like I said at the end of their stream, for us it's just a hobby. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? We all do other things. If MetaZoo, say you weren't allowed to collect MetaZoo, or MetaZoo cards all disappeared because Thanos clicked his fingers together, we still have lives. We have other things we do, collect, we work out, all this stuff. It would maybe suck a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, it's just a hobby. But for MetaZoo, it's their job. And it doesn't seem like they like going to work very much. Now, what Triway said, the biggest defense new MetaZoo will have for that, and it's true, they did say, with Nick's strength of Pokemon and everything, it was never going to be our zoo. It was never going to be the old MetaZoo. They had no intention of doing that. They had no intention of continuing the magic, so then they're like, why does everyone expect that there would be magic? And I don't even know the answer. I mean, I guess we just thought, like, why wouldn't you want to try and tap into that a little bit? And they did. They tapped into it with the OG Mothman in the first set. And they reprinted the Piazza Bird, the Jersey Devil, the Hodag. Why'd they do that? Why did they do that? It was to keep old MetaZoo fans, like, hopeful. But then they're like, oh, you can't talk about new MetaZoo. But who cares about the Discord? Like, Discord represents, like, less than 1% of people that care about MetaZoo. Even the old Discord sucked. I think some people forget that I used to get banned every week in the old Discord because I was honest. And I was saying, you guys are fucking up. Like, what are you guys doing? Trying to give them hints and tips as to what maybe might be the right idea. And I doubt they give a crap about anything I said. And why should they, right? But now I'm saying the same thing about the new MetaZoo. Not because I want them to fail. It's because I want them to maybe just take some of these hints. Some of these clues. That's not just me saying it. It's pretty much, well, it's a vast majority of people. And the people that aren't saying anything, they're gone. So, oh, man. Where's the booster pack? What's the 4th set? What's even going on in MetaZoo? But who cares, right? At the end of the day, like I said earlier, right? It's just a hobby. There's not one of us that wouldn't be fine without it. It's just, you know, it's, I can't emphasize enough. It's like cheering for your favorite sports team. Now, some sports teams move to a different city. I don't know what that's like, but that must kind of suck. Like, even if your team sucks, you still cheer for them. You know what I mean? But when you have a team that has such great potential and the coach keeps putting the star players on the bench, you're just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what's management doing letting this coach put all the good cryptids at the 2-star rarity and then putting all the minor leaguers into the 3-star rarity? Like, what are you doing? I don't think it's negative to say that. It's true. And the set is absolutely was like, the dark set was supposed to save MetaZoo, and then now it's a joke. I mean, oh my goodness. Not only do not most LGSs and people not know there's new MetaZoo management, even if they find out now, what store is going to want to sell the 4 set? To make what? No money? To take a loss before they even get the product? You know what I mean? I know they're just facts. I'm not hating. That's numbers don't lie. At one point, I didn't even want to do this eBay sales videos anymore because I was just so, like, I thought if I make it, it's just going to sound like negative because I'm quoting all these low prices, but it's crazy. But whatever. Gotta keep cheering for the team until they're gone. So anyways, what's everyone else's view on everything? And I mean, if anyone doesn't agree, please just, I'm always up for a good debate. I am wrong about certain things. But, I don't know. Uh-oh, no one's chatting. I was gonna get some more time to eat my nuggets. I got 3.5 left. Oh, I lost my chat now. I'm turning into MetaZoo. No one's around. That's the thing. Silence is the worst thing. Yeah. They're literally destroying their own market by repeating the same mistake, but they said they listened to the community. But reality is, I think they printed or had the ideas already in stone for the first 3 sets. Now, if there is a 4th set, I will be shocked if they stick with the stupid system they have that's obviously hurting them. But in all fairness to them, you don't know it's stupid until you try. You know what I mean? And that's the rule of life, right? You generally have to fail before you succeed. So, hopefully they learn what happened in the first 3 sets and they make the changes that are necessary. No, maybe. I mean, I don't know enough about what a good MSRP would be and all that, but that could be a good suggestion too. I mean, I thought the problem with the new MetaZoo, right? People will say now, they're like, the old MetaZoo game was hard to play and it sucked and all this stuff. And, it was hard to play because you couldn't get the cards because the boxes were too expensive, which is true. Well, the new MetaZoo supposedly has a better, easier game to play. But everything's dirt cheap. Like, dirt as cheap as you can imagine. And only 24 people played in their first tournament. So, I don't know. I thought the problem with the first MetaZoo was it stunk too hard and went to the moon too quick. And no one can afford the cards to play. That's why they printed the 2nd edition. But new MetaZoo is cheap as balls. And who's playing it? Like, who's really playing it? I mean, 3rd place was an artist in the company. There's multiple employees that are buying boxes in live streams when their sets get released. And they're playing in the tournaments. Like, where's the outside people? They show Waka Flocka a lot, right? Did he play in the tournament? Maybe he did. I actually don't know for a fact. But did he? So... But even for him, right? He probably likes opening some MetaZoo packs, this and that, but it's just for fun. It's a hobby for him, just like it is for us. Hey, Mega Dunce Pants, don't worry, you'll get a fresh cake someday. Everyone in the stream will always get one. Eventually. Don't worry, they're coming. It might not be for a while, to be honest, but... there's no rush. Yeah, they threw their first random tournament on at Collecticon. I'm sure Epic Tube HD will have a video with all the details. But they didn't even have the prize packs there. Did you know that? And that's the thing. I'm going to criticize because it's like a sports team thing. Like, if you're going to have a tournament, your first one, and you don't even have the prize packs there, and you say, oh, we're just going to mail it out later. I'm sorry. Like, what's your definition of ghetto if that isn't ghetto? Like, what is that? MetaZoo, you know what it is? It's like a Bart Simpson Treehouse TCG, where Bart Simpson just invites over some of his friends. They make up their own card game, and that's about what it is. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing that I wish I could have been in that stream to say to Harley and all that. MetaZoo came out of the gates, or GQL, or whatever it is, saying we helped build Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. With an estimated revenue of $45 billion, we have hundreds of years of experience. If they didn't talk all this good shit, you know why I don't criticize CryptAccount? Because they never said that they're going to be the next MetaZoo. They tried continuing on from MetaZoo. They never made big, bold claims. They just did their own thing. You know, if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But they treat their community pretty good. But their new MetaZoo, Charlie has an interview with Nick Strength and Pokemon. And what did he do after that? Nothing. But Mike Waddell's an idiot too. Nick Strength and Pokemon had a booth ready to get set up for him at an Arnold Classic, and Mike Waddell ghosted him like a fucking moron. You know what I mean? Like, Nick Strength and Pokemon in another world is fucking huge. And Mike made a huge mistake. And then Charlie did the same thing. I was criticizing Mike back then too, just the way I criticized the new MetaZoo. Can we all see it? The potential with MetaZoo is like a sports team that has huge potential, and the players just have to develop chemistry. So, anyway, I doubt there's many people in the stream because it's randomly at very late at night on a Sunday. But I had to get my 2 cents out somehow. I mean, anyone that likes new MetaZoo, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's stuff that I like that I'm sure other people don't like. You know? Some people like Sega when I was growing up. I like Nintendo. I think Sega fucking sucked compared to Nintendo. Except for the fact that Sega had blood in their Mortal Kombat game. But you know what I mean? Like, not everyone has to agree with everybody. Well, you know what the difference between old MetaZoo and this MetaZoo is? Old MetaZoo had a cult leader. You know what I mean? Like a cult leader figure. Like Mike Waddell. Man, that guy can develop a following, but the new MetaZoo only got 24 people at their first whatever tournament, and there was a few people like artists and employees in the tournament. I mean, come on. Mike Waddell was crazy. I mean, hey, they had the Casters Cup. They had all these tournaments with great big prizes. Got Steve Aoki on board. They're doing all these crazy collaborations. I mean, yeah, they ultimately lied about a lot of shit. But holy shit. All this new team had to do at GKL was follow his formula and just not fuck over people. But in a way, they are fucking over people because, I don't know. They're just putting up a front. They're just doing the bare minimum for the last year. Oh yeah, the hype was so crazy. Like, it was absolutely nuts. And you know what? A lot of the product that did come out was really awesome too. I mean, Pin Club, it's not worth the most, but man, if anyone that's opened a Pin Club, it's nice. So skateboards, nice. All the Steve Aoki stuff, like DeBrews and all this other stuff, the first Hero Quest, very nice. Yeah, I see that. TCA Games got a couple Bunny Mans on eBay. He's got quite a few things on eBay, actually. Yeah, TCA is crazy, man. I think that guy opened up 8 cases, but he didn't hit the Mothman hidden rare yet. But meanwhile, Catching Cryptids hit it already, and an Anubis in the same box. So, here, the perfect example. We got someone in the chat. Go Ducks, go. Right? So, are you an Anaheim Mighty Ducks fan? I'll just wait for your answer before I go any further. Because they're doing good this year, right? I think. I know they're doing better than the Oilers. But what does that mean in the regular season, right? Now, when Anaheim was sucking balls, right? But you knew they had potential. Every fan that paid money to go to the game had the right to boo it or boo the players if they weren't playing up to their potential, right? But what if you went to a game and they're, like, say back in the day, they're benching, say, Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaff and whoever else, and they're healthy, you'd be yelling, like, what the fuck are you doing, coach? Like, we're down 4-1, and you barely let your star players play. And that's what MetaZoo's doing. It's like, you have all these star players, and you're keeping them on the bench. Like, what are you doing? Well, Oilers got a shot on their last game, but they always do this in the beginning of the season. Every year. And then they make it to the Cup final, and Florida beats them. So, they do this every year. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even worried about it. It's the same pattern. Well, not a pattern, but it's just the same shit. It takes them a while to figure it out. Then again, they've been dealing with injuries, but so has every other team. But Oilers are Oilers. They'll be fine. All I know is they're going to go farther than the Ducks, no matter what the regular season happens. They'll make it to the playoffs, and Anaheim will forget they even have a team, and Oilers will do pretty well. But see, that's a fun thing, right? Maybe I come too much from the world of wrestling and sports, where I feel like you should have standards for what you spend your money on. You know what I mean? I mean, Anaheim reminds me of Winnipeg. I mean, good team, but we all know by the second or third round of the playoffs, they're going to be golfing. So, I mean, they're not going to get past Dallas or Edmonton or Colorado and so on, or Vegas. Maybe not even the Kraken or Seattle. Who knows? Sorry, I didn't mean to say Seattle or Kraken. I meant to say Seattle or the Mammoth. Obviously, Seattle Kraken are the same team, but. So, anyways, I guess I'm babbling because I'm hoping that Harley or whoever was in that other chat hears a little bit, but look at this illusion of the fresh cakes. It's pristine 10s. So anyways, so how does everyone else feel about MetaZoo? Like, what's your honest opinion? There's no bad opinions. I'll never have mods. I'll never ban people. Just because at the end of the day, to me, it's like a sports team. Not everyone has to agree. Like, there's people in Edmonton that'll straight up say, like, yeah, the Oilers suck now. They need to trade the goalie. They need to do this and that. And that's fine. I just say it's too early, man. It's the same shit every year. They'll figure it out. Plus, how many times have you seen teams in the regular season, like Tampa Bay Lightning and other teams, where they have like a historic year, and then they're out in the first round of the playoffs? Exactly, right? That's what I'm doing too. I'm going to wait till Catch 'em All Collectibles grades a few cards as pristine 10s, and then I'm going to buy them. Because it is a hobby at the end of the day, but that's the thing, that when I make my videos, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to illustrate a point, and I don't think MetaZoo gives a shit about what I say. I would assume they don't. But at the end of the day, less and less people want to buy the product. They just want to buy when they know it's going to get cheap. And then, I mean, so how's a company going to survive if no one wants to spend real money? You know what I mean? New MetaZoo hasn't come with old MetaZoo? The artists. And that's another thing I wish I could tell Harley. What if the artists got up and left like they did in old MetaZoo? They'd be fucked. If Poncho, Jet Yates, and Kelsey Giacchino and Lily all had Instagram posts tomorrow saying, oh, they're going to move on. It's nothing against MetaZoo. We got other projects we need to focus on our time with. Or they made up some bullshit and said, oh, this and that happened. We got to leave for a bit. Could you imagine? What would they do then? That was the number one reason why a lot of people went for new MetaZoo, because they made an announcement about Poncho on November 16th of last year, saying we signed Poncho. They knew damn well if they signed Poncho, that was like signing a star player, and then the fan base went. All right? They knew what they were doing. So, like, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say anyone that's still talking about MetaZoo isn't in it for the money. It's because they actually like the concept of MetaZoo and what it could be. I mean, anyone that was in it just for the money left a long time ago. Or they're still trying to sell it on eBay. But I mean, some artists are making an impression, like Fran P. Labato. Amazing, but yeah, and almost no one's left buying anyways. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. But hey, who cares, right? Even if they don't listen, hey, we all got more OG MetaZoo than we could even know what to do with. I mean, I have 3 cases UFO, 1 case of Seance. I'll probably never open the Seance one, just because I pulled every card I need anyways. But it's crazy. But hey, Metacave official. Sorry, I saw your comment earlier. It would be over. I just forgot to shout you out. But I mean, like, for example, Topps Chrome has gone to absolute shit as far as value goes. But I mean, there's certain cards from it I would never sell just because I like shiny cardboard. So. Oh, and I heard rumors that, and I don't know what the rumors are based on, but that Pokemon might have a top set coming out next year for the 30th anniversary. That would be nuts. Exactly. And I wish I could ask Harley, what do you think about MetaZoo liquidating all the warehouse of the old MetaZoo to quote, to destroy the secondary market? I mean, crazy. And ever notice, ever since Quote stopped, the market has substantially dropped for both new and old MetaZoo? But even to this point right now, it's clear there's more sales still being done for OG MetaZoo product than there is for new MetaZoo. I would say that's pretty fair to say. Because you get so much more for so much less, but why would they do that to their own market? Maybe they're trying to flip things, like who knows, right? We'll probably never get the answers, but I think anyone that's still around, it's like a sports team that's suffering, and we all are just like, man, there's so much potential. And plus, we're spending money on it. Why can't we talk smack if there's reason to talk smack? If they're sucking, you should voice up. Because if I owned a company and no one said it sucked, like, for example, Hero Quest sucks, but you know what the problem with Steve Aoki is? All his friends tell him it's fucking amazing, even though it's not. It sucks. But in Steve Aoki's work, he doesn't have to give a shit about some little card game that he made that has his face on it or anything. I mean, he's fine without it, you know what I mean? It's just for fun. But at the end of the day, he's got all yes men. The new Hero Quest sucks balls. That might be the worst thing out there. But, yeah. So it's just my 2 cents, but it goes up, it goes down, let's see. True. And the biggest mistake they made that Escape the Alien brought up is like, if you go into that Discord and you talk about old MetaZoo stuff, they kind of like shun you or like, you know, push you to the side, whatever. But it's like, without old MetaZoo, you don't even exist. Like, why did they keep the name? Because they knew there was a fan base. And even some of the biggest supporters of the new MetaZoo are kind of being like, throwing their hands in the air, being like, what are you guys doing? But MetaZoo should appreciate that, because at least they're saying, what are you doing? They're not just leaving. And I know I keep repeating that, but that's the biggest thing. If there's people still, you know, even if it's considered complaining, at least they're taking the time to say something. But when you hear silence, that's the real problem. Oh. But these fresh cake cards are pretty nice. I still like this one better. That design better than this one. That ain't pissed so much of the existing fan base off from the beginning. And yeah, that's the thing, right? I don't know. But in all fairness, we had our warning signs. When they were giving out neon lights last year at this time, or neon signs, what the hell was that? Red flag. The social media presence for GQL was hilarious. And then when we found out they sold everything or liquidated at the GWOAT, that's a warning sign they don't care. I mean, there's been warning signs for over a year that maybe they don't really give a shit. So, Charlie said in his own interview with Nick Strength of Pokemon, he's like, if we don't succeed, then someone else will. I mean, even back then, I was like, is that foreshadowing? But I didn't think it would be, but I don't know. And maybe they're delusioned by when they go to Collecticons and there's a lot of attention there in that small little area. And they think, oh yeah, everything's good. Like, everyone was excited, but every indie TCG, every TCG is getting that same amount of attention at a Collecticon. But when the Collecticon closes down and the doors are closed, right, and you go outside, who's talking about MetaZoo still afterwards? The same people that were around before the company even existed. So, but no one knew, or not many. Oh yeah, of course. Are they from Footballer Pete? Remember when I think I was making videos and other people saying, oh, maybe MetaZoo should honor the redemptions for the skateboarders. Make that effort. Go in the warehouse, find the skateboard, and honor the redemptions. And they're like, it's not our responsibility to do it. It was the old MetaZoo that screwed you. Yeah. Oh yeah, new MetaZoo boxes out of the gate. The Secret Shadows it's hilarious. They're selling for low 50s, $52, $51 a box in auction. I mean, buy it nows are a little higher, but low pop. Yeah, I believe it. Probably a lot of people that bought second edition off GWOAT are trying to unload it while they can, but I mean, I mean, they're allowed to do what they want, right? I do agree with Harley and Epic Tube all about that kind of stuff. Like, it's their company. But it's just like, why wouldn't you want your company to succeed? Like, I don't know. But it's like I've been saying for at least a month now. Maybe it's already over. And they're just getting whatever they had printed out or whatever they paid for at the printers out over time, and that's it. Like, what? Like, even when, like, I know I said it earlier at the beginning of the stream, but when I asked Epic Tube HD, someone that has close ties with MetaZoo now, that's pretty much carrying their positive ship, what are you looking forward to next in MetaZoo? And he's like, I don't know. So if the person that's getting to spoil 4 of the Shadow Rares and the alternate art box and all this stuff doesn't even know what to look forward to next, I mean, that's not good. And I always saying like he just wants to surround himself with positivity, but when your sports team sucks and is losing all the time and they're not holding their best players up to their potential, of course people are going to complain. They should. They're paying for the product. Yeah, Epic Tube HD. Yeah. He's all in on them now. Fresh cakes for life. For life. So, and he's pretty, he's pretty gung ho on MetaZoo, and he makes some good points. Like, they just started; it's not even a year, but that's fine. I hope he's right. Like, I think that he forgets, and maybe anyone that doesn't like what I say in Discord and stuff. For the last year, I've said 100% of the time, I hope anything I'm saying is completely wrong and I look like a fool. But so far, they just keep going down the hill. Like, what are they doing? Like, I wish it mattered that Waka Flocka wants to open up a pack and do a pack battle. You know what I mean? Like, I wish all these things mattered, but clearly, numbers don't lie, right? I guess maybe I live on the secondary market and stuff. But in all fairness, I've never gone to Facebook Marketplace. I don't get into Reddits. I don't get into all that other bullshit, because to me, it's just, I don't know. It's almost like false negatives, and then you go into Discord, and it's like false positives. It's just, I like to look at the numbers and see what is really going on. Well, that's the thing. If they didn't say they had all this experience and connections and all this shit, I would have nothing to say about it. But, I mean, why can't we hold it to high standards? Why is it bad when, I point out the obvious? Or anyone points out the obvious. So. But then again, I do watch a lot of other channels with WWE and Pokemon and stuff that give honest opinions. Even though they're opening the packs while they're giving that opinion, that might not be the most popular opinion. Because they still enjoy the product, but they also want more out of it. You know what I mean? From the ages, let's see if they can make it. Low rage, the game is a scam, but the casters won't scam. I'll continue to rap if you want me to. Yeah, if you get enough lyrics, I'll make a song out of it with the AI. So, I don't know. But at the same time, I mean, all of us, like, shit. I could have been playing Dragon Warrior 1, the remake, on Switch right now, but I'm babbling about MetaZoo. I totally forgot. I could have been playing that right now. You know what I mean? Like, we all got other hobbies. We all collect other shit. We all do stuff. We all get out and work out and do fun things in the sunshine. So MetaZoo can do what we want. Like, here's the thing. Even if MetaZoo called it bankruptcy tomorrow and there's no MetaZoo ever again, everyone's still going to have the OG MetaZoo and all this crazy shit. So, it doesn't matter. There's so much out there with so few people that actually want it. It's going to be a long time before that dries up. But I'm just saying, right? Like, and it's good to be competitive. I'm very competitive, like in other areas of life. If you're going to come out and say that you have all these connections and you're going to rock the world, it's going to be, you have a global presence, well, you got to show it, man. You got to show up. You can't just talk all that good game and then just be like, yeah, no binders, no spell books, some lore no one cares about. We're not going to do anything with Sam Sinclair. We're not going to do anything that made MetaZoo interesting to people in the first place. We're just going to change it all and keep the name, though. And here's the thing, right? Charlie, in that interview with Nick Strength of Pokemon, literally said, we're not just going to make just some random game and just put the word MetaZoo on it and then expect everyone to think it's MetaZoo. He's like, we want to make it MetaZoo. Right? I made my video. I have the highlights of him saying all that stuff. So... So anyone that doesn't like the critique or the whatever they call negativity, well, yeah, that's why. Because there was false promises made, false bullshit. And people all shit on Mike for it, and they should. I mean, everyone should shit on Mike Waddell and certain people from the old company. But as Charlie delivered on a lot of the stuff that he said in Nick Strength and Pokemon's interview, no. I mean, anyone can go right through that interview and pick it apart and be like, yep, nope. I mean, one of the biggest ones, one of the funniest ones, he made fun of Pokemon saying, what's the story of Surging Sparks? He had a good laugh, and he's right. What the fuck is the story of Surging Sparks? No one knows. No one cares. But then what does he do with his own TCG, with the base set, Torrential Tides, and Secret Shadows? Why is there a Valentine's Day set in the middle of Secret Shadows with these caster legendary cards? What's the story behind that? But in all fairness, the one card in the set, Symphony of Shadows, actually has some lore on their website, and probably no one even knows it. Except for my dumbass, because I actually looked. Play the Don't Step on My Aura song. Oh, yeah. Here, you want the Don't Step on My Aura songs? Yeah, I'll put it on here for you. Hey, one sec. Where is it? Yeah, this one.
It's MetaZoo time. Don't step in my aura.
I'm just gonna play this song.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Has anyone proven if you actually opened it? Open what? I'll play that song right away, Cheeseburger. I just want to see what Triways is saying. Has anyone proven if he actually opened what? I'm just gonna wait for that answer, then I'll play the song. Made a bigger deal out of himself. Yeah, I mean, Argos at the end, but then again, I can't blame him. I mean, if you're sitting on that product and you knew the company was about to fuck everyone over, you got to sell it before everyone figures it out. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, it's a little dirty too, but at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he saw the ship sinking. Well, he got the memo first, but yeah. I mean, Argos, I remember even in the beginning, he got banned from certain Discords and stuff. People didn't like that he was being a rat or something. But no one's perfect. I mean, yes, he did have his negative sides, I guess. I wasn't around in MetaZoo at that time, or I didn't know the Discord system. But man, what he did with his live streams and the way, like, I mean, he did some good stuff. So, like, really good stuff. But he wasn't perfect. That's for sure. I'm sure he would admit that too. And I'm sure he wouldn't give a crap either. He's probably like, hey, I was just here to make some money. And he had some fun along the way, but... Anyways, I'm going to play the... But what was the question? Oh, the coffee shop. No, there's no coffee shop. He's... he's more likely to open up a hot dog stand with Mike Waddell. I'll play the song now. There we go.
It's MetaZoo time. Don't step in my aura. Yeah. I pull up with that Fresno Nightcrawler. Silhouettes creeping in the mist like a baller. I keep a Hodak in the backseat growling. Forest aura on me. Whole crew wildin'. You talking spells, I got pages for days. Cast a contract on your squad, make you blaze. Lovely and Frogman, third eye open. He buffed my moves, now the tempo broken. It's that Zoo code. Cryptids and chaos, aura on tap. I summon like seance. Gangster with the beasties, rare like Mothman. You bringing heat, I got fireballs in both hands. Pie, it's a bird flying over street signs. Ripping through your deck like I'm reading your mind. Ain't no bluff. Bigfoot stomp when I enter. You just a token, I'm a full hollow center. Talk trash, I reflect that with prism. MetaZoo battles, you fall to my system. Spell book heavy, tactics deep. You tapped out while I never sleep. Side deck stacked with some tricks and some pain. Lake Earth monster, riding on rain, play that chaos crystal. Or explode, now you in the crypt. That's the cryptic code, it's that zoo code. Cryptids and chaos, aura on tap. I summon like Saiyan. Dixon with the beast, he's red like Mothman. You bringing heat, I got fireballs in both hands. Yeah, don't test the caster. Pages flip fast, your fate come faster. MetaZoo life, this is street side sermon. Legends wake up when the orders start burning.
When they left after dawn for the field, Mum started her own day.
There we go.
My brothers getting the milk from our cows, getting.
What the fuck was that?
Two worlds collide.
We gotta take the music a little farther away.
Like the sky. Only one side can reign supreme. Mortal Kombat, a street fighter. Let the battle begin.
Like here, I'll give you an example. Like I'm not just like this towards MetaZoo. Does anyone here watch wrestling? Like Goldberg, his last match was with Gunther. What the fuck was that? And there's rumors that Gunther is going to be the final opponent for John Cena. If it is, what the fuck is MetaZoo or WWE doing? Like there's wrestling channels that I watch that give the good, the bad, the ugly. They give an honest review of how they feel, right? And people are allowed to disagree in the comments. It's totally fine. But when you have a passion for something, you should have an opinion. You know what I mean? When you're spending your time, whether it's money or just literally your time, you should have an opinion. I mean, how many people do anything in this world and don't have like any emotion or opinion towards it? Like people that do crochet, right? It gives them a certain feeling when they do it. That's why they do it. Like, I don't know. So I know Harley was saying like, you know, she only wants positivity. I understand Discords, right? Discords are full of yes men, right? I mean, they have to be. I mean, if I went into the salt mines and said, you guys are all fucking idiots, MetaZoo's amazing, they'd probably boot me out of there too, because they only want people that are going to talk shit about MetaZoo, right? Well, maybe not all, but you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, most Discords have their narrative that they want to keep, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't mean that it's accurate. What the fuck? Cheeseburger knows I'm talking to the fucking general. I hate Gunther. See, now, I'm not saying Gunther sucks. He's not a bad wrestler. Obviously, he must do something right if WWE keeps pushing him. But I don't like watching Gunther in matches. And that's just me. Oh, the gambling. Oh, my goodness. It's gotten so bad in hockey. Oh, my goodness. You can have Wayne Gretzky in commercials like everyone. Oh, my goodness. It's like in Pokemon, right? When you see like opossum butts hating on all the scalpers. Scalpers aren't the problem. It's the people that are willing to pay scalper prices that are the problem. The scalpers are just, you know. I mean, it looks pretty fucked up what they do. The scalpers are running in, they're fighting each other for the product. But hey, when you see something on a shelf that you know you could double or triple, literally in the next 24 to 48 hours, that's what happens, man. People go crazy. It's no different than if, like, back in Robin Hood movies, right? If they're throwing out bread, but then say they had, like, the premium bread, whatever that would be, like a loaf of rye or something, people will fucking kill each other for that, you know what I mean? So maybe that was a weird example, but I know this was a weird live stream. Man, I just couldn't get home in time to talk with Harley and them on their live stream. Now, in the beginning when Dominic Mysterio came out, is so bad, but now, fucking perfect. He is engulfed that character so. Oh my goodness, awesome, awesome. Dirty Dom is fucking awesome. That's someone I can't get enough of when he comes out. He's good in the ring, and the way he just plays to the crowd and just plays his character. Beautiful. That's one I'll agree with on Cheeseburger. I hate the ring general, but Dirty Dom, oh my goodness. Who would have ever thought? Like, I wish Eddie Guerrero was still around just so we could see how well he developed that character. Absolutely brilliant. I still think for John Cena's last match that he should have kept the belt. And you know who, Cheeseburger, who he should fight in his last match? If it's not LA Knight, I don't know what WWE is doing. It's got to be LA Knight. If it's Gunther, I'm going to be like, what are you idiots doing? Like, I wouldn't even care. What, he hates LA Knight? LA Knight, but LA Knight deserves the belt more than anything, but... Yeah, Dirty Dom is like... No, I didn't see that part. That's awesome, though, because I remember that whole thing back in the day where Eddie McGrail was like, I'm really your dad and all that shit, that weird angle. Back then, I never would have dreamed that that kid would grow up to be Dirty Dom. Like, I always wondered back then, I was like, oh, that'd be crazy. If he ever becomes a wrestler someday, what will the storyline be like? Crazy. Yeah, Dominic Mysterio is just so smart in the business. Like, he's awesome. Well, then again, maybe it makes sense that he lost it. Well, he should never have won it from Dominic, and then he loses it back to him. Because you're right, John Cena should win his last match. And then if he has a belt, that doesn't make sense, so... Man. And I do agree with, like, the fan base when they say, like, Jey Uso needs to stop winning. I definitely agree with that to a degree. I like him, but... he's more of a gimmick character, like, to get the crowd going. But... I don't know, I heard, like, 2 months ago that Gunther's gonna fight John Cena's last match, and I really hope that doesn't happen. Like, Gunther versus Goldberg, like, who cares? Like, I don't know. It's gotta be someone from John Cena's past, like The Miz. Even though The Miz, I don't know, has always sucked in my opinion, but... Everybody left the chat, now we're talking about WWE. Anyway, we'll see what they do. I'm sure there'll be a MetaZoo Monday tomorrow, but who cares? Not many people even go in the Discord. Like, MetaZoo doesn't even need to worry about what anyone says. They just need to put out a good product. Like Charlie said. He literally said in the interview, he said, don't thank me yet. Thank me after we put out a good product. Now, Torrential Tides was pretty good. Secret Shadows, what a fucking waste of time. So I think people like Epic Tube HD forget, like Charlie said, like, hey, don't give us credit until we do something. And they haven't done much. No spellbook, no binder. Boost. Halloween booster packs for stocking stuffers, maybe. We don't even know if that's going to happen. Oh, our truth. Our truth is like, our truth in a way reminds me of Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Like how the actor pulls off that character without breaking a smile, having all these like stupid like moments, just shows the genius of the actor. You know what I mean? Like the guy that plays Ricky, crazy how he pulls off the shit that he does without like completely breaking character. And same with our truth. Our truth's hilarious. But our truth is also an amazing athlete too. Well, I'm guessing everyone's done with their MetaZoo comments tonight. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, nothing any of us in any of these live streams, videos, comment section really matters to the company, and it shouldn't. I mean, it's like any good sports team, anything like that. Like, be aware of what your audience is thinking, but ultimately stick to whatever plan you think is going to work. I mean, no team in any league wants to get last place or not make the playoffs, but, you know, they're just following whatever vision they think works best. Oh, with MetaZoo, man. I mean, they have an all-star lineup of cryptids, and they put them as 2-star rarities. And now nothing can be done about it now, but just say, oh, people shouldn't talk negatively. I don't know.
I am the MetaZoo maniac. And being the queen that I am, I sit on the throne till the end of
I mean, if you don't have people talking negatively, then what do you have? Then you have people just going somewhere else and spending their money somewhere else. And then, yeah. So they should maybe appreciate that there's anyone even talking about them, because their product's pretty bad right now.
They said a monster lived in the lake, a snapping shadow, make no mistake. MetaZoo maniac saw it, her soul was filled with fear, but then she let
And as far as my opinion goes, who else makes videos about what goes on in Discord on YouTube? Well, TMX, but it doesn't show what he's talking about. You gotta have to try and imagine what he's looking at. But you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't show certain things, a lot of people wouldn't even know. Right? It's because MetaZoo's not making the videos. If they started making the videos, I wouldn't do it. To be honest. They could probably do it better than me if they wanted to. I mean, it's their job. They can sit around all day doing it. I just kind of make it in my free time for fun. Yeah, they're going hard on Surtur and other cryptids. Well, I'm sure Cheeseburger can relate to this, and anyone else listening. MetaZoo reminds me so much of WCW before year 2000, where they had management that didn't know what to do with the talent. They had all the talent in the world. They had all the luchadors. They had so much young talent too, and they didn't know what to do with it. They just had a checkbook, like Charlie. They'd write out checks for everyone and be like, yeah, just go do whatever, cool. Meanwhile, WWE was almost put out of business, but they had the passion. And then eventually they bought WCW after like 5 years. Right now, I can't even find where I have to go in the Discord. Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing's going on in the Discord. Trust me. I was in there earlier. In the last 2 days, there's like 20 messages between people. Like, it's not very much. Discord's been dead for a long time. Discord's hilarious. But Discord doesn't represent MetaZoo. That's why I can give a crap if they ban me. Who cares? I can still see it anyways. Yeah, right? So you know WCW stuff. Like, my other channel, the main reason that channel has success is because of my NWO clips, my WCW clips that I put together. That's the only reason that channel has success. I rarely put new WWE content. It's all like Attitude Era, WCW, NWO stuff. Yeah, Scott Hall and the Toothpick. Actually, there's a video I just put out today. It was Scott Hall versus Goldberg before the match with Hogan. But WCW made mistakes too eventually. Like, they went the way they ended Goldberg's run. Absolutely moronic. But same thing with WWE. They should never ended the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania. Even if it's Brock Lesnar that beat him, they should never have ended it. Like, there's no point in that. And then Roman Reigns beat him after that for whatever reason. Like, it's like, why? It's like breaking a family tradition for no reason. I mean, if everyone's enjoying it, why would you break it? Why would you change it? Like, you know, you don't need to fix what's not broken, you know what I mean? But I still love WWE, right? Vince McMahon's in a lot of trouble with all his allegations, and Hogan's done some not so good things, but so is Michael Jackson, so is Mike Tyson, so is Usher, so is Tupac. All of them have done fucked up things, but everyone still loves them, so. I wonder if Mike Waddell will ever have that status someday, where people kind of forget how he fucked everything up. But then again, I'm sure it's bigger than just Mike Waddell, but still. Honestly, if I had any position of power at MetaZoo, my first priority, if I wanted this company to have any success at this point, is bring Mike Waddell back in a creative capacity. So where he doesn't have any control over anything the company does, but where they use his creative. Because no one can deny that. As much as anyone wants to hate on Mike Waddell, and they should hate on him, I mean, it was his vision, right? None of us are here talking about MetaZoo if it's not for Mike Waddell. So. But then again, I mean, criticizing him is almost unfair. I mean, how many of us have been in a position where we're printing off cards in our mom's kitchen to next thing you know, you're a multi-millionaire? You know what I mean? And you're rubbing shoulders with some pretty famous people, and you're just going to the moon within a couple years, you know? I mean, I forget which comedian it was. Yeah, I think it was Bill Burr when he talked about Tiger Woods getting off the 18th hole after golfing, and there's a busload of Scandinavian women that are like, hey, come for a ride with us. And he's like, oh, no, I gotta go home to the wife, ladies. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what it's like to be in his shoes, and he cheated on his super hot wife. But when you have more girls than you have money chasing after you, I mean, you know, good luck. Right? But it's hard to judge unless you're in that person's shoes. So even as much as Mike Waddell deserves criticism, you know, it's hard to know what it's like to have your mindset handle that amount of fame and fortune so quick, you know? Yeah, and everyone loves Sam Sinclair. 100%. Sam Sinclair is Mike Waddell's birthday. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, here, let's get Sam Sinclair out here. Where is he? Let's get the star of the show out here. Yeah, put him right in the middle. Boom. That's crazy if he sent you a sample deck. I remember when Mike Waddell reached out to me and he wanted, like, here's what I've been trying to tell MetaZoo, and I try to tell Anonymous Bob and all these people, and I have the conversations in my Discord chat with him. I explained to him, when Mike Waddell reached out to me, like when MetaZoo, I think it was like early 2022, because my Pokemon channel was just starting to blow up and all that. When he reached out to me and was like, and you know, I'm not gonna pretend like he reached out to me because he thought I was some great content creator. He probably saw my channel was getting hundreds of new subscribers every day, so he wanted to send me new product. But I felt beyond flattered. I was freaking out. I was like, holy fuck. I was so excited that I forgot to give him my address. And then eventually he's like, so can I have your address or not? I'm like, oh, yeah. Send me some product. I'll open it up on my channel. Welcome back, Cordell, on the team. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I think people forget it's not just Mike Waddell that fucked everyone over. There's a whole team of dummies too, like Andy and whatever else. And maybe Mike Waddell had more to do with it than anyone else. Who knows? But all I know is I've been trying to explain to MetaZoo, if you would contact certain content creators and send them out some product before the release of every set or at the beginning of every set, like old MetaZoo used to do that with me, several other channels, like small channels too. And it's huge what that does to your like willingness to want to create content and be more creative and like maybe pay for a better editor to use and all this shit, right? It really gets you going. And then other people see that and they're like, oh shit, right? And a lot of TCGs do that, like Cryptid Camp, you know? And it's just... But new MetaZoo, they're just like, we don't need anybody. And now what do they have? They have a product that not even MetaZoo fans want. So, and how does anyone know it? You just look on the secondary market. You don't need to look any farther than that. The secondary market is king, in my opinion, as far as, you know, what's good or not. If people aren't willing to pay for it, it sucks. No matter how you want to slice it. But not to say that it can't get more popular in the future. No one liked the original black and white era for Pokemon in certain eras back then, in 2010 area. But now, because they didn't print as much, because no one really cared, now it's worth a lot. So, who knows? Maybe that'll happen with this new MetaZoo. Maybe base set, Torrential Tides, and Secret Shadows will be worth a lot. Because Secret Shadows is going to end up being like some shitty Pokemon set. Oh, you bought the license plate? True, right? I also noticed that the secondary markets took a little shift after that Rudy video where he's like, yeah, just because they kept the name MetaZoo, he's like, I wouldn't associate with them again. That didn't help. I hope someone is able to get answers from Charlie someday as to why they did what they did. Like, and it's not just me saying it. I mean, it's such a vast majority. I'm not sure how anyone says what I'm saying is negative. I mean, it's what everyone's feeling and thinking. Like, it's not about being positive or negative. It's about being honest. Like, what are you going to do? I mean, we're not dating this company. We don't have to treat this company like you would a girlfriend or something, where you got to sugarcoat shit, you know, at certain points in time, or you got to be a little more sensitive or whatever. Like, all I know is you're paying money for something and you're spending time on something, you should be able to have any opinion you want. As long as it makes sense. I mean, if you're just hating the hate, then I can see why people might not like that so much. But then people got to understand, like, maybe the context of it too, right? Like, when Cheeseburger goes in the comments, it's like, MetaZoo fucking sucks. That's what I expect, though. You know what I mean? I'm not... it would almost be like... It wouldn't be fun if someone like Cheeseburger was like, oh, yeah, man, this set is actually not bad. It would be like, what? Maybe it is bad. If Cheeseburger likes it, maybe that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Exactly, right? And I think, and I understand, like, when Discord's banned me for a week, and now I'm completely blocked. I can't even see the Discord. Well, I can, just on a different computer. What's it called? Like, I understand, right? All Discords are pretty much full of yes men, right? And And they should be, I guess. Like, I don't know. But Discord's Discord. I mean, Discord doesn't represent shit with MetaZoo. It just has some information, but... It's like old MetaZoo, right? A lot of the big whales in MetaZoo never have ever even stepped in Discord. Like, and for example, too, has anyone ever seen Nick Strength of Pokemon in one of my live streams? No. Does he ever comment on any of my videos? No. But does he love my content? Yeah. He watches all. He talks about it on his live streams. You know what I mean? I know he really likes my content. So, I mean, that's the thing to remember, too. Like, just because Discord bans you or whatever, it means nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't comment on everyone's videos that I watch, because a lot of times I watch the videos on TV and I don't have my phone with me, so I can't actually comment. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. Just because someone isn't commenting doesn't mean they don't support you. You know what I mean? And just because there's people keeping this fake yes narrative in Discord doesn't mean that's the truth. I mean, it's fake. So many times I see in Discord when they give some shit spoiler, people are like, yeah, oh shit, that's crazy, man. This artwork, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And it's like, what? It's a common card. Like, chill. Like, and it's not that the artwork sucks or whatever for the common card. It's just, you know, it's like, you know. But when they're overhyping it, it's like, okay. Like, here's the thing that they talk about the Discord, too, that I find kind of interesting. Is like, oh, when people come to Discord for the first time, the first impression might not be good if you're in there saying that, oh, the company's not doing well or they could do better. And it's kind of a negative kind of comment. So what's better? When they come to Discord and they see no one's typed a comment for 5 days? And no one's even talking? Is that better? You know what I mean? Have a healthy discussion with, you know, healthy criticism. And if you don't want to acknowledge that, maybe that's why they are where they are in the third set, where really no one... It's bad. Like, nobody cares. Like, there are some people, but nowhere near the way that you would think it would be. MetaZoo feels more dead than when it was dead. Like, last year this time, or before that Charlie interview with Nick Strength of Pokemon, things were better then because there was buzz, there was hype. People were like, oh shit, a new company's going to take over. Yeah, just do better, yeah. And I give credit where credit's due, right? Just like Triways, like, or Triwazi. Yeah, it's Triways. Like, I say a lot of good things about New MetaZoo too. When Fran P. Labato put out that 16-card set, I was making a huge stink about it, how good it was. And then Cryptic Keeper wouldn't even know about it if it wasn't for that video. He went on the Collecticon, met Fran P. Labato, took a video with him, got the Anubis card. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely pump up things when I think it's good. Like, there are some good things in MetaZoo. Like, that Bunnyman artwork. I mean, that would be a nice picture to have on your wall. Like, a poster, like, or actual artwork, you know what I mean? In a nice frame. Like, crazy. But the Wendigo, I know it's drawn by Poncho, but, you know, Poncho's not invincible. He does make stuff that's less desirable. And that Wendigo hidden rare is pretty, I don't know. It's okay. Like, it's not crazy. It doesn't suck. It's just, I mean, put that beside the Bunnyman. I mean, and the thing is, there's other Discords that I, you know, have joined into, but I don't participate in, just because I've never been a big Discord person. Until the MetaZoo one, but that was just to get information. But oh, Triways. I got it now. Like, think about it. Like, Jake G, when does he make videos? Even Epic Tube HD, I know he's hardcore MetaZoo for whatever reason. But when does he ever actually make MetaZoo videos? You know what I mean? Like, and he wasn't around for, like, the first 2 sets in MetaZoo when it came back, so. And, like, who really makes MetaZoo content except for maybe TMX? You know what I mean? Like, actual just straight MetaZoo content. Like MetaZoo Maniac makes crazy content, but MetaZoo Maniac could probably make that same content with any TCG. MetaZoo Maniac makes really cool videos. You know, you got Lordy Cardboard on Sundays, opened up a couple spell books, but no one's really talking about new MetaZoo. So, and that's why I try and make the videos that I do, is to show the pros and cons, right? You got to keep an open opinion. And those are the type of YouTube channels I watch, are the ones that don't try to sugarcoat and just show honestly what's going on, and not just be like, yeah, man, it's amazing, and it's only amazing. Nothing's only amazing. So, I mean, in Pokemon, they have that Team Rocket UPC, but the promos are just reprints with a stamp on it. Whatever, Pokemon's doing that forever. But there's only 2 packs of Destined Rivals in the UPC that is 18 packs. Even the new Charizard Phantasmal Flames UPC has 4 packs of Destined Rivals, but the Destined Rivals UPC only has 2 packs, right? Like, what are they doing? Like, and I'm sure eventually that'll be worth a lot of money, but it's just like, I would criticize the same way in wrestling, same way in Pokemon, as I do MetaZoo. When I see something that they obviously could have made a better decision on, I'll always point it out. So, but when they do good things, I'll point it out too. Like, for example, Gaichu got banned a long time ago, whatever, this and that, but I always felt like he had a good talent when he made some of his videos, and he was a good talent that MetaZoo should have maybe capitalized on. And now he made me some cool fresh cake cards. That's really cool. So he didn't have to do that. So, oh yeah, I should flip it around. Open Zoo. Boom. But anyways, I know I'm going a little crazy. Where it's almost midnight. Other areas of the world. Yeah, for maybe 19 more minutes and I'll get out of here. But or maybe it's like Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball Z. I can talk Dragon Ball Z all day. But like the original show, Dragon Ball, sucks. Oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine watching 2 episodes in a row. It's unbearable for me to watch. Dragon Ball, I can't stand that. But somehow they made Dragon Ball Z out of it. And Dragon Ball Z is crazy. It's a game changer. But even like the first, like, I don't know, maybe like 60 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Holy moly, does it drag. They're vastly lacking in the content creation department. Yeah, and they have so much lore stories, but no one cares. But it's like I've been saying since the beginning. It's like they just put up a front. They're just doing the bare minimum, saying they did something, and then moving on, you know? We'll see what happens. If there is a 4th set, I'll be impressed. If there's a 5th set, I'll probably buy a case just to prove I was wrong. Because I want to be wrong. I think a lot of people, maybe like EpicTube HD and others, that don't see my live streams enough, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I look like a fucking moron in a year or 2 for some of the stuff I'm saying. But based on what we know, based on what we can see and touch and hear and feel and all this shit, it's not looking too good. But I hope I'm wrong. And I openly admit that for the last year. I really, really hope I'm wrong about a lot of the stuff that I'm thinking about. Like, I hope it's not over. I hope they didn't just print 3 sets and, like, some booster packs, and then they're going to call it a day. And maybe some OP packs or whatever. Like, are they still printing? Are they going to print a 4th and 5th set? So, where's the box? And the reason why I say that I think it's already over and we just don't know it officially, where's the spell books? Where's the binders? Where is any other product that Crypticamps had for like a year? If Crypticamp can do it, how come MetaZoo isn't? Right? I Dragon Ball Z fan since a kid, a few times, start to finish, but I have never watched Dragon Ball. I mean, too, but I have only gotten like 10. Dragon Ball's brutal. Oh my goodness. Trust me, you're not missing out on much. Unless you want to see Master Roshi being a pervert and his nose bleeds every time he sees girls at the beach, then maybe watch Dragon Ball, but... No, the boosters aren't even that. The boosters are base set and torrential tides packs with a Halloween promo. There's 5 different promos. That's all it is. Ginyu Force, yeah. And that's the thing from MetaZoo. They had the Ginyu Force pose in the April Fool's card. They made a set called Meta Poo to spite the haters. And I love that mentality where it's like, you don't like our shit? Okay, we're going to use your idea and make money off it. Just like Usher when he cheated on his famous girlfriend. He cheated on her, and then he made a song called Confessions. And then all these girls are going crazy for it. He made so much money off it, he made a Confessions Part 2. How crazy is that? That's just like Meta Poo. I mean, Magic Cast, that mini set, it doesn't do too well on value now, but at one point in time, it was pretty crazy. So, but who knows? Maybe there's some... I hear Travis left too. Travis from GQL. Like, how come a lot of the employees are leaving? Like, that's the thing I don't understand about Epic Tube HD. Like, I don't think he's acknowledging the full picture. Why did that lady from marketing leave? Why is Travis left? Why did Anonymous Bob leave? Why are all these people leaving? GQL, all silently, you know what I mean? Like, people hear about it, they find out about it. But how come it doesn't seem like anyone wants to step up in that company and make that little extra effort, that Donnie difference? That's how I came up with the fresh cakes. Because it seemed like Anonymous Bob used to just, you know, maybe he used to only replace urinal cakes. And then he got promoted because he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe a lot of the employees there just used to be, you know, replacing the fresh cakes. So, yeah, April Fool's is one of my favorite cards with that Ginyu Force pose. Absolutely awesome. Like, that's just the fact that they're just like, fuck it. We're going for it. We're going to call this set Meta Poo, Magic Cast, the original name from MetaZoo. And we're going to make an April Fool's card, which aged beautifully in a way because most of them are fools, right? Except for maybe Texas Ted. But... But I mean, they went for it, right? They tried. They were on the cutting edge. They made Seance. They had Black Mass and Seance. This new MetaZoo didn't even have Old Scratch in their dark set. Like, what a bunch of fucking idiots. But it just shows the new people. They're like old WCW. They're corporate people that have a lot of money, that like wearing their suits when they go to a meeting, but they don't know anything about the product. And they're just like, and they're all yes men, shaking each other's hands, being like, yep, good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And they don't even pay attention to the people that are actually buying the product and what they really want. So, I don't know. But at the end of the day, whatever. Ugh. I mean, they're going to learn the lesson the hard way, it looks like. It's just a hobby, and people, if they don't like it, like Harley was saying, then just go find something else you do enjoy. And a lot of people have. Like, a lot. And it's clear on the secondary market. I mean, I remember 2 years ago, I had someone comment in my eBay sales videos, laughing at me, saying, you know, a lot of people are just, it's just the same 5 people buying and selling from each other on eBay. Like, MetaZoo sucks. There's no fan base. And when I read that, I was like, who is this idiot? What's he talking about? But slowly over time, I was like, oh, okay, I think, he's probably right. It is pretty much the same people buying and selling to each other. You know, but it's even smaller now than it was back then. But even then, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But, yeah, I always thought that was an interesting comment. Because I was definitely naive back then. But then again, 2 years ago, I was talking trash about Mike and Andy anyways when they had the Hello Kitty set. I made a lot of videos. I put a lot more effort into criticizing them than I do the new MetaZoo. Like, a lot more effort. But it's easy to forget the videos that I made 2 years ago, totally dissing the shit out of them. Especially Andy. So, I made a video once where I put Andy's picture that he was on a dunk tank. And I would talk about maybe at Collecticons they should have Andy on a dunk tank. And then the lineup would be really big. Imagine the revenue that would create if you could, like, throw a ball and Andy ends up in the water, like, falling off a cliff or something, or who knows. So, but anyways, tomorrow's another day, another potential MetaZoo Monday. What are they going to talk about? They'll probably show some OP packs or say we mailed them out, or I don't know. I know I'm going in circles, but if you're going to have your first, I guess, official MetaZoo sponsored tournament and you don't even have the prize packs available and you're just like, oh, we'll just mail them out to you later. I don't know, man. Like, I don't even care what the reason is. Like, in the world of promotions and getting butts in the seats, that's just not a good look. So, like, then come up with something else. Don't even talk about the prize packs if you don't have them. Come up with some other prize, you know what I mean? Andy seems like someone who's all bark and no bite. See, and the thing with Andy, like, I almost feel like Andy changed his name and, like, got some plastic surgery and he still works for the new MetaZoo and he's just fucking it all up again. Like, Anonymous Bob was like Andy to me. Where it's just like, what are you doing? But now he's gone too, so maybe he wasn't that bad of a guy. I mean, he left. Travis is gone. Like, there's a few people gone that maybe people don't even know about. Maybe I don't even know about, you know? So, just seems like no one likes working for MetaZoo. I mean, if they did, I mean, you know, like, Epic 2HC said, oh, at the Collecticons, it seems like the vibe's pretty good. But that's such a small sample size fan base, you know what I mean? The people you see at a Collecticon should be really small compared to the actual fan base. Because if that represents a majority of the fan base, that's not good, because that's a really small amount of people, the amount of people that would be at a Collecticon participating in MetaZoo. And it shows in their tournament. They had 24 people, he said, that joined that tournament. That's hilarious. And I'm not trying to diss anyone that joined it or MetaZoo itself. I mean, end of the day, that's hilarious. 24? Literally, if MetaZoo called me up right now and said, we'll give you $10,000 to do whatever you want with, to put on a tournament, I guarantee I can go down to any local card shop in my city that, you know, where they have Magic tournaments or whatever, and I can get a lot more than 24 people entered at MetaZoo. If you gave me a month, and I got some of the flex decks and, you know, some play mats and all that, like the basics to throw a tournament, I guarantee I can get a lot more than 24 people. And I don't play Magic. So, yeah, right? Like, if you... I mean, you could go to the shittiest band in the world in a local town just because they have a few people at their local little concert. That doesn't mean they're like a global phenomenon just because they had one rockin' night in some small little town. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're saying MetaZoo seems like it's doing well because they had a lot of people lining up or interested at the booth at a Collecticon, well, so does every other exhibit, though, too. Well, most do. Right? And I've even been to one and I know that, but based on people I've talked to and videos I've seen and everything else, I'd say it's pretty obvious that most TCGs that are at a Collecticon get some sort of lineups. So that doesn't mean they're doing good. So, I mean, the Hero Quest booth sells Pokemon and other TCGs. That doesn't mean Hero Quest is doing good. So, like, if Steve Aoki for some reason didn't want to be associated with Hero Quest anymore, I guarantee that thing would be done 2 minutes later. It wouldn't survive more than an hour. It's only because Steve Aoki's behind it that it has any, you know, notice at all. But anyways, I'm going a little crazy babbling there, but... But then again, right, a lot of my mindset comes from WWE. Like, if a wrestler comes out, it doesn't matter cheering or booing. It's the engagement that counts. But if people are going for a washroom break when you come out for your match, That's not a good thing. And that's where MetaZoo is right now. MetaZoo is the washroom break TCG. Right? Washroom break, fresh cakes. Get where I'm going with this? Like, they're kind of the TCG that people maybe all check out if it happens to be by the washroom or on the way to the washroom. You know what I mean? So, and I don't feel bad for saying that because at the end of the day, this is not the MetaZoo everyone was hoping it would be, and they said it wouldn't be. So, but the potential's there. Before MetaZoo, I collected the shit out of Dragon Ball Super cards. But that's not doing too well. They're trying with all their different sets and their different this and that. Their cards are amazing, but they definitely got their problems. So a lot of their grails have gone straight south, just like MetaZoo. Probably even worse than MetaZoo. But let's see, what time is it? If anyone's got anything they want to chat about, I'll stick around for 5 more minutes. Unless there's something like more to chat about after 5 more minutes, I'll stick around. But it's not. But since it has the same name, when I was expect. Yeah, right. That's a weird thing I don't understand about. We'll just say Charlie, because I don't know who else I'd put this on. Like Charlie's mindset, where you're gonna buy MetaZoo, you're gonna keep the name, even though MetaZoo has a horribly negative name in a lot of LGS's mouths and people's mindset. So you keep the name, and then you get the fan base because you keep the name. Because if they didn't keep the name, I don't think the fan base would have stayed around as much as most of the people did, even to this day, if it wasn't called MetaZoo. Like if they changed the name from MetaZoo to something else tomorrow, they announce it on MetaZoo Monday, that would be a huge mistake. They would lose a lot of people just because of the name, you know what I mean? But they didn't do anything to fix the reputation of the old name. They didn't make that effort to contact a lot of LGSs that they probably have the emails of and explain it or send an email outlining what's going on. They just made their GQL website with the explanation. But how did they not realize in the real world, an LGS owner has so much to fucking think about. The last thing on their mind is Mike Waddell gone? Is Andy still around? Is MetaZoo really back? They don't give a fuck. They got 800 billion other things to worry about. You know? And that's MetaZoo's biggest flaw, in my opinion. They didn't help anyone understand that the brand was a different brand, keeping the same name. And then literally Charlie said in Discords, and I'm pretty sure I have them in one of my videos where he's like, and same with Trementico at one point, he's like, well, why can't you guys just go down to your local LGS and just let them know? Or why can't you guys just send emails to TCG player and just let them know? Why would you talk like that? Like, you talk about experience? Man, you don't say that to your fan base. That turned a lot of people off too. When he's saying, like, why don't you guys go out and let them know? Like, what? We're paying you, fool. You're the one that needs... But see, the thing is, another problem with the new MetaZoo is they don't need our money at the end of the day. Like, he 100% stated that everything's paid for ahead of time. Like, they pay the printers ahead of time. It's all good. You know, if things don't even sell, it's all good. The printers are paid. Everything's paid for. No big deal. They're not an indie season start. Yeah. Oh, and wasn't that... you know what? Mike Waddell, in his last interview with, I think it was Steven Barcelo, he said they were going to go to more cryptid conventions, and that's what Cryptid Camp is doing. Right? But yeah. But they act like they're this indie TCG that's just starting up. Like, what are you talking about? You guys have all this experience and all these big wigs and everything. The guy that created Magic the Gathering. Now, I know there's probably more to the story, but why don't they work at these companies anymore if they were such important parts of them, you know? Why weren't they at Mothman Fest a month or two ago? Yeah, you would think so. Since they make Mothman their big card in every set, or at least they try to. And they don't care. Because I don't think they need the money. And I think that's the difference between them and Mike Waddell. Mike Waddell in the beginning was like, you know, hungry for that success. But a lot of the people that form GQL, they already have the success and the money. It's kind of just like this fun little project for them. You know, just like Steve Aoki with HeroQuest. Like, it doesn't need to succeed for him to succeed. It's just fun for him. So, yeah, and ironically, they're smaller than old MetaZoo. And I know I said it earlier, but old MetaZoo, people said they couldn't get the cards because it was too expensive. New MetaZoo is so cheap, everyone can get all the cards they want to make any deck they want. But yet, there's no one playing it. Like, who's playing it? You know? I mean, there's a few, but why can't you buy playmats online? Like, how come you can't get anything? How come when you buy a flex deck, it doesn't come with the rules? I think someone, it's Trementic. I remember when he was defending it still, he's like, they have a QR code. You can scan the QR code and then the rules come up on your phone. But you know what? When people get into something new, the more barriers you have to learn something, the less likely they're going to go through the effort. If they don't have any connection to that game already, they're going to be like, fuck this. Like, exactly. Right? Then Mike Waddell, as much as he might fuck things up in the end, he had that passion. He was that cult leader that MetaZoo needed, you know? Same with Bailey and CryptoCab. He's going to fucking China and making videos at the factory. Like, he's like a cult leader where whatever he does, there's going to be a certain type of person that will follow, but who's following Charlie? Yeah, and the booster packs. The booster packs are going to be stocking stuffers. That's what they're going to be. Hopefully. So what, tomorrow's December 1st? Hopefully in that MetaZoo Monday, at some point, they talk about stocking stuffers called booster packs. I thought Charlie said he'll never be late on anything. He'll never make... What's worse for anyone that's in the chat? And don't worry, you don't have to be biased to me. You could disagree. But what's worse? Making not making a promise date, because Charlie didn't want to make promise dates so that he wouldn't be late, or having a set come out like Secret Shadows with no actual release date. It's like, well, I guess you couldn't break the promise of when it's coming out because there is no release date, and that looks so ghetto. So, I mean, the unofficial street release date was November 24th. And you know what November 24th was? It was a Monday, and they didn't talk about shit. But yet, that was like the unofficial release street date of Secret Shadows. But MetaZoo did nothing on that day. Like, they're retarded. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, they're so stupid. Because if that's not the release date, and that was one of the last things I ever asked in Discord, and they're like, oh no, there was no real official release date. Well, what do you mean? Like, what kind of company are you running? You don't have a release date? Like, really? Like, I don't know. But whatever, right? I mean, you know. At the end of the day, I'm sure they don't care about what any of us are saying anyways. It's just... I don't know. But obviously they have all the money they need already. They don't need to make money off MetaZoo. But I will give them credit, right? These cards are pretty damn nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That is a sweet looking card. Oh, you know what? My favorite thing that I usually babble about in my videos? How come when you go to the lore section of MetaZoo on their own website, they still haven't written the story about Sun Wukong? Meanwhile, they made Sun Wukong like their mascot, and they've done nothing with it. They have Sun Wukong cards in every set, and the Sun Wukong cards generally look pretty sweet. But they did nothing with the lore. But anyways, it's all good fun. I mean, it's not like I'd lose any sleep over it, but I mean, if I worked at MetaZoo, I'd be losing sleep every day. I'd be like, fuck, what do we do? And the thing is, they could turn it around at any point if they want to. Exactly, right? Charlie or someone's a pure genius. Don't make a release date, and whenever it comes out, it comes out. I feel bad for people that never got product from Cardio, because I guess Cardio is a distributor that's way behind getting the product out for whatever reason. By the time anyone gets a product, how are they going to sell it, man? I mean, they will, but oh my goodness. And at the end of the day, right? It doesn't matter what I say, what anyone in this chat says. If the third set is doing as bad as it is, literally a week after it sort of came out, who's going to pre-order the next set? Almost no one was pre-ordering this set. And this was the dark set. This was like the chosen set that was supposed to save the day. And then what whatnot streamer is going to be rushing to get it? Or what store is going to be rushing the pre-order? How many distributors are going to not want to support MetaZoo anymore? Like, if you can't make money off it, at the end of the day, there won't be new sets. So, except it's basically Halloween themed and coming out during Christmas. Yeah, it's coming out during Christmas with a Valentine's Day set hidden within the Secret Shadows. All those hilarious legendary cryptids, or legendary casters. Yeah. So if people see that now, that MetaZoo is going, you can only sell it at cost or take a loss. What the hell are they gonna? Who's gonna be pre-ordering the 4 set? Like, there's less people than I've ever seen that I know about that are into MetaZoo that were pre-ordering Secret Shadows. Most people are like, I'll just wait till it goes down in value, and it already has a week later, which is faster than Torrential Tides. Like, Torrential Tides is probably considered the best set out of the 3, but it sells for the cheapest out of the 3 right now, too. The alt-art box model needs to be just... Yeah. That alt-art box model... And that's why I think the first 3 sets were printed more or less at the same time. Or at least it was already in stone with the printers and they couldn't change it. Because that alt-art box chase is not a good idea. I mean, on paper it probably looked like a good idea. But it's not working. It's actually hurting their own market horribly. Box toppers. Box toppers. Now, if they announce there's a 4 set and it's going to have box toppers, and they actually adjust like how the chase of the box toppers is, then maybe there could be some buzz again. If they come out with a 4 set and don't change anything, there won't be a 5th set. Because the 4 set will flop. I don't even know. It'll do something worse than a flop. Yeah. But the thing is, I think they already printed it ahead of time or already had it paid for with the printers and they couldn't change it. So I think that's why they continued the case chase the same way and they did nothing about it. And anytime you ask about it in Discord, they don't talk about it much anyways. So that's my theory, but who knows? It's all speculation. No one knows because MetaZoo doesn't really disclose anything, so... But... And the thing is, there's a lot of, like, I'm not into other TCGs except for collecting, like, Pokemon and some other stuff, but, there's so many other TCGs people tell me about or message me about. Like, look into this. Like, sorcery. People go crazy for. Like, that's the thing maybe MetaZoo forgets, too. There's so many other options out there that people are willing to spend their money on. But they're obviously not in tune with the fan base or what's really going on. Or else they would do something to address it. Like, or it's like I've been saying for a while, maybe it's over. It's already over and we just don't know it because they haven't actually announced it. Because there's no point in announcing it because they sell product they need to get out. So, like, if this was any other TCG, would there be any doubt that it's over? If they were doing the exact same thing MetaZoo's doing right now, and you were on the outside, you know what I mean? Like, you weren't collecting it, you were just hearing about it from a friend. I think all of us could fairly say that we'd be like, yeah, that TCG sounds like it's fucked. Obviously, it's done. You know what I mean? But because we're into MetaZoo and we enjoy it, or the concept of MetaZoo we enjoy, it's hard to see it as clearly. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Like, that's why people were, making fun of CryptoCamp for a long time, because there was no real secondary market. So, and same with a lot of other smaller TCGs, like what's it called? Nom Nom, another TCG that you couldn't really make market videos about because there really wasn't any secondary sales to really talk about. Like a bunch of $5, $10 cards, like whoop-de-doo. So, but the thing is, everything we're saying, even that you guys are saying in the chat right now, you would think Charlie would know this. He's a flipper. He literally flipped Pokemon cards to his success, to where he was able to, buy something like MetaZoo because of all his good flipping skills. So, is it going strong? I haven't checked CryptoCamp for a while. I believe it, though. It seems like people are happy over there. And I'm not saying I'm unhappy. It's just I expect more. It's already over. It's just how long they are willing to hold on to the boat anchor, making any money. Oh, they have to be losing money. Unless, I don't know how it works. Like, when you print a set and then distribution buys it from you, is that where you make your money there? And then that's good. And then whatever distribution and stores sell for is their business. But as long as MetaZoo gets paid by the distributors, do they still lose money? Like, maybe, I don't understand. I don't know how that works, but yeah, maybe I'll check out the CryptoCam secondary market at some point. I just know sometimes I have trouble searching it properly. Like, it's some stuff people list as CryptoCam, some people CryptoCam TCG, and then it gets different results. And then there's other ways of listing, and it's kind of so. Yeah, I remember when I was in that Discord. I've never been a big fan of any Discords, but what's it called? But it seemed pretty awesome in there. I just know with CryptoCamp at one point, for me, there were just so many different tabs of so many different things that I just get so lost half the time. So, oh, yeah, just CryptoCamp? Oh, yeah, well, I'll try to. Maybe eBay's got to figure it out better. I just remember in the beginning when I looked up stuff, there'd be like 5 different variations, and you get like 5 different searches. But what up, MetaZoo Maniacs and CryptoCampers? Today's August 29, 2025, and in this video, I'm going to ask you for some hype points. Now, what are hype points? I don't know, because I was looking at my channel. So I think that's one thing that turned me away from the CryptoCamp Discord at one point, is just, it was so messy. The amount of tabs, and there'd be like multiple announcements about the same thing in like 5 different tabs, and it's just like, I was just like, holy shit, I didn't know where to look. But with MetaZoo, I just do go to MetaZoo chat in the Discord. That's it. Done. But I did like what they were doing, like for like the content creators, the way they had like the camp counselors and everything. Like they had a lot of cool concepts. But the reason why they had a lot of cool concepts, because they have the mindset, because they are MetaZoo in a sense, right? Like I talked to Bailey. CryptoCamp only exists because they didn't think MetaZoo was going to come back, so they were trying to continue MetaZoo with a different name in a different form, But so, but I mean, and that's another hot topic in the past was there's a lot of people that didn't like Bailey. I talked to Bailey on the phone twice, and he's not, in my opinion anyways, right? He's not the way he used to be. He's a lot different. So, and that's why I got into CryptoCamp for a bit, because I actually got to talk to the source, and it's like, and he even admits, he would even admit that, like, he made mistakes, but he learned from them, right? And anyone that can learn from the mistakes, that's a good person at the end of the day. So, I mean, it depends what the mistake is. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever going to forgive Mike Waddell, but, Exactly, right? And, like, I didn't know Bailey in the past, but even admitted that, like, he made mistakes and he shouldn't have been a certain way or said certain things, but he definitely grew from it and learned. So, yeah, no, I like Bailey. I got nothing bad to say about him. I mean, I actually had a video on my channel that I actually, I think I put as private after I talked to him about CryptoCamp, where I actually was talking a lot of smack about Bailey in a video. That's because that was the old Bailey, So, but I think he turned it around big time. So, oh, crazy. So, but no one's perfect. Everyone grows. Everyone's had their maybe times in their life where they weren't the best person. You know what I mean? So, since I was backdoor the Proto Moth, that's been featured. Was it featured in my video? Again, the Prototype Mothman? I remember. I know of the one video where I got a lot of the Prototype Mothman content in there. But I even talked to him about the Prototype Mothman, the silver tickets, all these things. Because I honestly didn't believe the silver ticket existed. So when it actually surfaced now, that blew my mind. Because for years, I didn't think it was real. So, but when I talked to him, he confirmed that it's real. And then he talked about the Prototype Mothman and all this stuff. It was really cool. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people didn't, and I was actually defending that at one point. Like even Escaped Alien, he didn't want to get in the cryptic camp because Bailey was associated with it, and I totally understood. Right? It's like the MetaZoo right now. Like if anyone likes it or thinks they're doing a good job, that's fine. Right? That's I don't think they're doing a good job. Just the way some people didn't want to give cryptic camp a chance because of Bailey, but I would tell them like behind the scenes, I'm like he's not actually the way you might think. But even Bailey understood that it's going to take time for people to see what's really going on, that there's, he's made changes. So, fans and the passion for, yeah. Yeah. I seen the whole thing with the medical reasons and all that, but at the end of the day, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. Even if he had his like sordid history and stuff, I mean, yeah, I guess I see why people wouldn't want to support something if they don't like the person behind it. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a good example. Like Vince McMahon, for example, right? Obviously, he's got a pretty bad reputation right now, but I would never stop watching WWE because Vince McMahon might have been inappropriate with some women and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like Michael Jackson's music, right? A lot of people really like the music, but maybe don't like him so much anymore. So, so back then when Bailey was associated with Cryptic Camp, it's like, you might not like some of his past, but I mean, Cryptic Camp is bigger than Bailey. You know what I mean? It's not just Bailey. There's a lot of good people that are vouching for him and that are working with it too. So you got to look at that too. And he's not the same Bailey. He's actually a much better person than I think a lot of people understand. But unless you actually talk to him and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to understand. You know what I mean? So, and he understands that too. That it'd be unfair for people to just magically understand that he's a whole different person now. So he actually wanted to do an interview with me on my channel at one point, but I didn't feel like I had enough of an audience. And I told him you should do it with Nick Strength and Pokemon, because Nick Strength and Pokemon knows how to do an interview properly, and his exposure and reach is infinitely larger than mine. So I should re-release that video where he flew over to China. I have that on my channel, but it's like from over a year ago, so people forget it's probably even on my channel. I should just take it down and re-release it. So, because that was a cool video. Well, that's the thing that I've been saying from the beginning too. It's good to have healthy competition. Now, I don't think MetaZoo and Cryptic Camp are even remotely similar. I know they're both cryptids, but they have very different concepts. Well, I don't even know what MetaZoo's concept is anymore. I mean, after this last set, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it is good to have competition, right? You can't just have someone having a monopoly, like Upper Deck with hockey cards. I wish I was making videos about Upper Deck and hockey cards for the last 10 years of what they've done. It's absolutely hilarious what a monopoly they have, and they just abuse their fan base. But what can you do? That's who makes good hockey cards. If you can even call some of those sets good. But right? Like, I wish, there are some other companies trying to give Upper Deck competition, but Upper Deck's such a juggernaut for hockey cards. So, yeah, it is expensive to collect multiple TCGs. Yeah, that's true. Pick up some Prismatic Evolutions. That's all I gotta say. And sit on it. Throw it away for 2-3 years. I mean, that has got to be. I don't know. I've been around for a while in Pokemon, and I see a lot of the boxes I have here that are empty that I opened. Man, they're obvious, like, just crazy obvious collectible things. But never did I ever dream that some of the stuff that I'm looking at right now would go where it did. Like, holy shit. So, like, crazy. But Prismatic Evolutions, the ETBs and those ETB 2-pack bundles from Costco where it has the booster bundle and the ETB wrapped together, just get a stack of those and just throw them away. Guarantee those are going to quadruple in 2-3 years. No problem. 5 years? Who knows? 10 years? Like, I can't even comprehend. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, the world would be a different place, but yeah. Evolving Skies, and that's the thing, right? It's all about perspective. I remember when Evolving Skies was at $250 Canadian at my local card store, but at that time, paying more than $100 or even $140 for a box of Pokemon that was way too much. $250? Fuck that. I was like, what, are you kidding? Then I remember it was at $600. I was like, what the fuck, $600? I'm not paying $600 for Evolving Skies. And now it's worth what, $3,000 American? Or $2,500 American or some shit? Meanwhile, I was sitting there thinking, $600 Canadian? That's crazy. There's sets coming out right now that are $120, $150 a booster box. Why did I pay $600? The pull rates are so bad. You can't even pull any shit. The print quality and Chilling Reign so bad. Fuck this shit. Pfft. Like any of that even mattered. Here's the thing. Evolving Skies don't have God packs. Prismatic Evolutions, I mean, everyone knows that's the obvious play, but there's so much out there right now that it's, pretty cheap. But in the future, there's going to be a lot of people that are younger even right now that were collecting it for all the evolutions and everything that are going to totally FOMO out for it for their nostalgia in the future. So, but at the same time, collect what you like. I have boxes and boxes of even baseball cards for some reason, but hockey cards and even odd football cards. And what's his name? From the Dodgers, Ohtani. I have a crazy rookie card of his. I don't know where it is, but I know it's in a top loader somewhere. Like, crazy baseball cards, but collect what you like, right? That's the advice that everyone gives. Collect what you like, and then you'll be happy. With MetaZoo, I mean, everyone's still collecting what they like, but it's nice to have a little value, And it's nice to know that there's people out there that collect what you collect too, but there's less and less people all the time. Oh, you don't collect any sports? Sports is the ultimate thing where there's hype at the beginning of every set, doesn't matter what it is, and then it drops off a cliff like 2 weeks later. So, even Marvel cards. There's a lot of good Marvel sets that completely drop off a cliff every year. And it's Marvel. You would think that wouldn't happen, but it sure as hell does. True. But here's the thing. When I open up all these boxes that I'm looking at around right now, and these tins and these collector boxes and all this shit, I had the wrong mindset. I was like, Pokemon, I was like, it's just too common. It's too easy to get. There's too much of it out there. And I just had the wrong mindset, but I didn't realize, like, it doesn't matter what they do. I was like, man, they're printing the same Charizard. They're just changing the color palette like Mortal Kombat with all the ninjas. They print one Charizard and then they make a shiny version of it, a rainbow version of it, a fucking purple version of it, an orange version of it. All these different Charizard VMAX. I was like, who cares? Who cares? But yeah, no. I should have cared because it doesn't matter. It's like that Pikachu, the Van Gogh Pikachu. that defies the laws of, common sense. And look how expensive that shit is. I had one of those for free from Pokemon Center. I didn't even know it was a big deal. I just went to Pokemon Center one day and ordered some product. They sent it to me for free. And then I see all these videos the next day about how it was like sold out. It's so hard to get. And I sold mine for like $200. And I thought that was crazy. Because I paid $70 for my order. Now it's worth triple, quadruple that. So... Marvel does look cool to me, although... Marvel looks really cool, some of the sets, but the value that it holds isn't too good. I mean, some of the cards do, but very select few. Yeah, Pokemon's like this, they're the ultimate magicians. They could do anything. Yeah, and they keep printing. When I got into Pokemon about 6 years ago, I was like, they keep printing the same Pokemon for the last 20 years. It's the first 2 generations. They just keep milking off it. Same exact shit. All the evolutions, right? Like you said, Gengar, Pikachu, Charizard. What else? Maybe the Lugias. You know what I mean? Like, they keep recycling the original bullshit, but it works. And they're so crazy. I'll never forget 2 years ago, and they do it to this point, where when they have a new set come out, they're already releasing information about the next set before the current set is even out. And it's like, what the fuck? They have balls like that. It's crazy. But they can do it. It's crazy. Yeah, Mewtwo, yeah. All of them. Dragonite, right? The new Dragonite set's coming out. The colors, I don't like the way the ETB looks, but it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. Pokemon can't go wrong. And they fuck up a lot of things that they could do better, but they don't need to do better. They don't need to care. And one of my favorite channels to watch is PokeRev. Like, Pokemon sends him products up, but he gives an honest opinion on it. Like, I remember when he opened Prismatic Evolutions. Trust me, when Prismatic Evolutions came out, I was like, this set's gonna flop. He just opened up cards for like 8 hours straight, and he didn't even pull... He pulled two of the evolutions in like 8 hours. Opening non-fucking stop. I was like, holy shit. The pull rates are fucking ridiculous in this set. Why would anyone buy this? But it doesn't fucking matter. Just like Evolving Skies. Some of the worst pull rates you could ever dream of. People call it Evolving Cries. Like, I mean, do you think Pokemon cared that there was called Evolving Cries? They kept going. They kept pumping out, doing the exact same stuff. And that's why I don't think MetaZoo should care about what I say, anyone else says, or anything. Because, well, maybe they should because their product sucks. But Pokemon's like, yeah, cool. They're calling it Evolving Cries. You guys are still buying it with your tears, so... Pokemon has been like, oh yeah, everyone's shitting on how bad the pull rates are. But hey, at least they're buying it. And that's all that matters, right? At the end of the day, as long as people are buying your product, it doesn't matter what they're saying about it. Difference with MetaZoo is no one's buying it. Or not as many as before. Like, it's really small. I have trouble believing there's even 100 people that collect MetaZoo right now. MetaZoo is still trying to crawl. Yeah, MetaZoo, I don't know if they're even trying to crawl. They're just kind of laying there. Like that Charlie's favorite card, you know, with the Bigfoot and all that. Laying in the bushes. Like, they're just taking a nap. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if there's a 4 set, the only reason I think there could be a 4 set is if they already printed it. Or they had the commitment to the printers and it's paid for, whatever. So I don't know how far out in advance they print, but 6 set, no chance in hell. 5th set, I would be surprised, unless it's already paid for. 4 set, maybe. But, I mean, are they going to print anything new? I don't think so. I mean, it's a lost cause at this point. If they could rebound at somehow, I don't know what it would take. Because even with the existing people, say they had box toppers in the next set, and say they put all banger cryptids and stuff, like, what store is going to believe that they should even sell it at this point? You know, like who? By the time a 4-set comes out, who's going to be around to care or really want to spend any money on it after what's already happened? And what stores are selling it? What whatnot streamers really going to invest that much money in the product? I mean, Secret Shadows just came out. You don't even, like, this past weekend, who was streaming it? You know, I know MetaZoo Crew will when he gets some more of the product from Cardio, but that's only because he's already paid for it and it's coming. But would he order more after this? Probably not. There's no money to be made. He knows it. So, I mean, and that's what I mean about MetaZoo too. And if they've already paid for it, that's why there's going to be more sets. It's if it's already set up. Just like MetaZoo Crew opened up more Secret Shadows, it's because he's already paid for it and it's coming. But would he place any more orders right now to get more after that? I just fucking doubt it. To what? To take a loss? So, I think Shiny Collectibles was the perfect example last weekend where he was trying to open up some Secret Shadows, and not long after he started the stream, he just started talking about his own collection because no one was buying anything. Everyone was just chatting in the chat, and nobody was buying. Like, it's dead. So, did say he loves the idea of box topper. Yeah, that's true. He did say that. One thing I did like about Charlie in the Discord on MetaZoo Mondays, he did answer a lot of my questions. And he would actually say, like, I like a lot of your questions that you're having. There's one MetaZoo Monday where I asked 3 questions. He answered all of them in this long form essay format. And he, at the end, he was like, I really like the questions you're asking today. So that's why I hope, like, Epic 2HU and other people don't think that I'm some hater of MetaZoo. It's just I just try to hold them up to a high standard, just like any sports team. So, Pokemon and just copy everything they do. Pokemon's got that box topper for Mega Evolution, but it's all the same box topper in every box. But then the boxes that don't have a box topper are more expensive somehow because they don't have a box topper. Like, the Pokemon market's so fucking weird sometimes, the way people collect in there. They're like, oh, there's less boxes that don't have a box topper, so we'll pay more. I'm like, what? It's really weird, but whatever, right? Pokemon just supposed to be laughing their ass off. They're like, oh, so we had to print less product in this box without a box topper, and we're actually able to sell it for more? Cool. Well, I meant, like, even stores, they must be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and that's the thing. And after watching that Layered Worlds video, it's crazy how much inspiration they've taken from other TCGs. And I know the original MetaZoo, right? I mean, it gave us the vibes of original Pokemon. But they also made it their own. Original MetaZoo was very distinct. Even though, you know, it did kind of borrow the vibes of OG Pokemon. But still. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's so obvious, and there's just... Like, I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, people in this day and age, I don't know how they don't realize it, but people respect originality better for trying to be your own thing. Like, when people see kind of, like, mimicking other successful TCGs, then you're always going to have that asterisk beside your name. You know, like, people that probably are just getting the MetaZoo probably refer to MetaZoo as that TCG that reminded them of Lorcana or One Piece or something else. You know what I mean? And then, in all fairness, OG MetaZoo people at first were probably the same way with Pokemon, but... But it's just like, I don't know why they would blatantly do that, and then... I don't know. But then again, for people like myself, I don't collect One Piece. Until I seen Layered Worlds video, I had no idea the 2-star rarities were so... resembled the One Piece cards so much. I had no idea. So... And that's the thing where you could pull the wool over some people's eyes. If other people don't collect those other TCGs, they'll never know the difference anyways. Like, for example, if I didn't know what One Piece was, and all of a sudden I came across it, I'd be like, oh, they copied MetaZoo. The 2-star rarities look exactly alike, you know?
Plus the betrayal of artist trust.
I can't think of one thing Cryptic Camp is taking inspiration from.
They turned into dust.
Well, the thing about Cryptic Camp is
Hero was needed.
they only started doing what they're doing because they didn't think MetaZoo was ever coming back. So they wanted to continue a cryptid TCG to kind of like follow the legacy of MetaZoo, only like in a more positive way. So, or at least that's what I gathered from Bailey when I talked to him. Like, he literally told me that Cryptic Camp only existed because they did not think MetaZoo was going to ever exist again. So, and that's why they started that all up. But if they knew MetaZoo was coming back, then maybe Cryptic Camp never would have been started up. So, but I mean, you know, they're doing their thing. I mean, they have product on their website that you could buy for a long time now. It's nothing crazy, but it's something, you know. It's fun. Cryptic Camp's a fun little thing. What camp is it's well, my problem with Cryptic Camp is I live in Canada, and when they ship stuff up here, it's just it's wild. It's just too expensive to pay the shipping fees and all that. So, but I've sold some Cryptic Camp cards for quite a bit of money, like quite a bit. I probably sold less than 10 Cryptic Camp cards and sold less than 10 of those cards for over $2,000. It's actually pretty crazy what people have paid for some of those cards. Yeah, and they have their monthly engagement with their new monthly sets and their monthly promo packs and all this stuff. Yeah, they know how to do it because they come from the world of MetaZoo where they knew how to keep engagement. But they're doing it in a not scammy way, you know? Whereas MetaZoo was coming back, I said they would slaughter Cryptic Camp, then I was realized it was going to be the opposite. Yeah, Kickstarter you can only get on secondary now. I mean, and I know they didn't come up with their second Kickstarter yet, right? I don't think. But I mean, one thing I like about Cryptic Camp, like they've never made a bold claim. They've never been like, yeah, we're going to take over. We are the next MetaZoo. We're going to do better than MetaZoo. Like they've never... Oh, is my phone about to die? What's going on? Oh, I got to plug my phone in. Where's my plug-in? Hang on one sec. But yeah, well, I sold the Cupid for Valentine's Day. It was serialized out of 25. I've sold the Bigfoot prototype card serialized out of 50. Mothman prototype. What else? Some other serialized cards. The Loveland Frogman serialized out of 50. The full hollow Loveland Frogman. He's friends with some of those people. What he thinks about New Zoo, and he said that he believes there's room for both of them. Yeah, no, right, and they can have their own market, right? That's what I like about Cryptic Camp. They never were trying to take down MetaZoo or whatever. They were just doing their own thing. Like, here's what I think about sometimes. Imagine MetaZoo was doing what Cryptic Camp is. The way they do their monthly releases, they always keep their engagement going, and they actually had a website where you could buy product. Right? Like just imagine somehow Cryptic Camp was in charge of what MetaZoo's doing. If they had the budget that MetaZoo has, and they had the name MetaZoo, I mean, imagine what they could do. Yeah, they have no mini, they have nothing. MetaZoo is like... But then again, in all fairness, The only reason I made the channel MetaZoo Menace is because when I had Pokemenace and Mike Waddell wanted me to open a product on there, and I only started the channel MetaZoo Menace because I was embarrassed to talk about MetaZoo and Pokemenace because they kept not coming through on things. It was so embarrassing because there'd be people that I would get hyped up on MetaZoo. I'd be like, yeah, man, this is going to be crazy, this and that. And then nothing would happen. And the pre-order bullshit started happening. And then eventually I was like, man, I didn't want to talk about MetaZoo on this channel that's growing exponentially because it's embarrassing. And then that's eventually how I started MetaZoo Menace, because I was like, well, I'll just start my own MetaZoo channel where it's only MetaZoo people, and I'm not talking about MetaZoo to people that don't know what MetaZoo is, getting them hyped up, and then nothing comes through, you know? Oh yeah, all the mini sets in like the pin clubs, the Magicast, the skateboards, Hero Quest, all the T-shirts, the dim locks. Like, there's so many cool things from old MetaZoo. So, and maybe that's why Cryptid Camp's having the success that it is, because it is like, just like a mini set TCG of cryptids. I mean, they have their Kickstarter thing, but like, imagine where MetaZoo would be if they had, they actually had a Halloween mini set and a Christmas mini set, and a Valentine's set this past year. Like, the little things, like old MetaZoo used to do. Remember when they would have like revolutionary barbecue Sam or whatever for, and like the 4th of July promos and like all these things. Like GQL, what, a year ago, announced that their, MetaZoo's coming. Did they have a 1 year anniversary promo? Let's see in March if they have a 1 year anniversary promo. Let's see if they're smart enough to do that for when the first set came out. But you would think they'd have a 1 year anniversary promo already from when the company started up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's asking too much, but yeah. And they talk about the booster packs, and now they don't even talk about it anymore. And you know what I find hilarious about the Discord and a few yes men that are in there? How come they don't have the balls to ask the questions? You know what I mean? Like this for MetaZoo Monday tomorrow. Is anyone going to ask about the booster packs? Is anyone going to ask the hard hitting questions that are actually fair questions? No. So to me, it's just like a false positive in there. It's just a bunch of yes men. That's why I like doing my screenshots and making my own videos and then talking to real people. So. Oh, and in one of my last videos when I was in Discord, there was I think it was Ben said the word soon at the end of a sentence, and I was like, man, you obviously don't come from the old MetaZoo. You don't want to say soon. But they have no idea what they're doing, so. I don't have a day off tomorrow. I just got off work not long after the Epic Tube HD stream landed with Escaped Alien. Or no, it's Escaped Alien stream. I'm just up late. But I got work tomorrow. But not early morning. Or were you saying you got a day off tomorrow? I'm probably going to get off the stream in like 10 minutes. So. But. Yeah, that's a weird thing too. Like, their first set, they had OG Mothman as the #1 hit. They reprinted Piazzabird, I think Kodak, Jersey Devil, a few cryptids. Even Dingbell, a sample Dingbell. But then after they did that, they're like, oh no, we can't talk about old MetaZoo and their stupid Discord. Even though the Discord is the original MetaZoo Discord. If new hits... Well, yeah, the thing is... The packs that are going to be in those booster packs is OG MetaZoo and Torrential Tides, which people are barely paying $45 for a booster box. So I can't imagine how good booster packs are going to do, because it's just one pack of each set with a Halloween promo. Oh, okay, you got the day off. Okay, good. So Steve Collectibles, give us your 2 cents on new MetaZoo. And remember, all opinions are welcome. You don't have to say anything that will appease the fans or the people that aren't fans.
He commented that she looked a little thinner than she had the day before, never thinking much about what he was saying. But that got Mata thinking about how the last 2 birthdays births had gone poorly and how the last one almost
Exactly.
went to the grave with it, and she
As long as people are talking, that's a good thing.
the door. Dad already
So,
gone back to the fields for the afternoon. The boys were napping
but obviously MetaZoo
time and third time.
doesn't understand. I'm sure they'll understand soon.
Had visitors and no
But when nobody's talking or not many people are talking, I mean, if you were to go into Discord right now, in the last 2 days, there's like, well, except for maybe earlier tonight, I don't know. But when I checked earlier today, there's like 20 messages in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, barely anyone talks in there. And people are just talking about, like, their dogs and cats and what they had for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like, it's not,
alive. The thing that birthed me was long gone.
yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Tell me all the moments that preceded me coming into the world, and years after that, I'd read a little something about
Yeah, soon.
Americans that came with a story that sounded
Oh, no, but the new word for new MetaZoo is, it's not soon anymore, it's broom. Right? All the broom cards.
odd in my own way.
You gotta have a texturized broom card. Don't worry about putting Salem's Witches. You have to have a broom card.
5 minutes old and
I mean, why would you need Grim Reaper at the 3-star rare when you could have a Surtur back for the 3rd set?
I saw a crystal, and I would remember it right up until
Like,
it's very minute.
I don't know.
A conjuring
When I found out they were trying to lead its history in the wiki. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Gaichu made that good video. Like, maybe Epic Tube Ichi doesn't know all his facts. Like, they were trying to change the Wikipedia. Anonymous Bob was on there fucking around.
Scotland. That's a town just
So,
north of Edinburgh.
so lives, okay, compromise on let's
We're one of the first families in the county to have a steam
to keep it long story short. I mean, it is cheap to collect, right? I mean, compared to what it should be.
eyes would get sad. And then there's our
So,
right to share.
doesn't need to go to the moon, but
And hard it was.
it'd be nice if it didn't
All of an hour
crash land after a week or two.
as I was her seventh born. She'd become accustomed to having to lie down, having a baby, then having
Yeah, well, true. Pokemon is actually relying heavily on the Wizards of the Coast. All those original sets, all those original Pokemon are the only reason why they're still selling stuff. Like, what new talent has Pokemon developed in the last 15 years?
first a girl, then a boy, both of them
Like, after Generation 4,
neither one ever
maybe even after Generation 3, what Pokemon is super popular that wasn't in the first 3 generations?
hand in hand to the farm.
Like, what new talent have they developed? Reverum? You know what I mean? Like,
Dad put them in ground while
they're just living off the original Pokemon, and they probably always will.
before I came to
It's crazy how that works.
my mom wept and carried on in the darkness. She knew there was a
Garbodor?
chance I wouldn't make it to her first
Oh, Gardevoir?
She lost faith. She begged for
Gardevoir's got a little bit of popularity, yeah.
whispering it to the wind while
It didn't help Steam Siege too much.
when she laid her head down to sleep, the midwife heard.
But, like, maybe, well, what generation is Lucario from? Maybe Lucario could rank up there. Marshadow's not doing too good. Oh, the garbage park Pokemon. Oh, okay. Literal trash. Right? But yeah, Pokemon, or the Pokemon Company is a bunch of magicians how they do stuff. It defies logic. That's all. I worry that stores will not buy how the box are doing, and the stores are the biggest buyers. If stores aren't buying, yeah, and that's why I think MetaZoo's done. Because who's going to buy it? What store, in the right mind? Like, if people say, "Oh, it shouldn't need to go to the moon," well, it needs to go a little close to the moon, or else no stores are going to buy it. If no stores are stocking it or buying it, then distribution is going to cut out that company, and then what happens? Right? Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my goodness, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Just doesn't have the depth of Pokemon to rely on, or maybe the popularity too. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to rely on its OG. Well, it's no different than Dragon Ball Z, right? Or Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Heroes, whatever. It's Goku, Vegeta. They develop a little stuff with Trunks and Gohan. You know what I mean? But they're always relying on pretty much the same 2 characters. Because you can't really develop any new talent. I mean, those 2 characters are king. So, we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. And I guess that's the fun part about MetaZoo. If nothing else, it's going to be entertaining to see what happens in a year from now. If they'll even exist anymore. Because what company in their right mind is pre-ordering the next set of MetaZoo? after they just seen 3 consecutive sets crash quicker than each previous set. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what the print run is for new MetaZoo. I think it's 10,000 boxes, and there's 100 of the Chase Alt Art boxes, which no one cares about. Even the Shadow promo cards from Poncho's box in the first set are selling for a lot cheaper than they used to. Yeah, they got to do marketing. Shit, the other day I was watching a TMX video, and then some other video on another channel came on, and there was a commercial, or you know the ads on YouTube, and it was Flesh and Blood. I was like, oh, I was like, that's cool. And there's so many other things that have commercials. How come MetaZoo don't got no commercial on YouTube? I thought they got money. Well, maybe they don't anymore, but or pumping and dumping bottom marks because they were buying cases, chasing the Alpha, and undercutting each other. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Charlie did say at one point that base set was out of print, and I think he said that to try and build some kind of FOMO, but no one gave a shit. It's kind of like Argos trying to pump the reserve list cards from Kickstarter that no one cared about. All the I can't remember the name of the cards. Forest Gods Amber and stuff like that. He's like, it's on the reserve list. It's like, nobody cares. But there's even that one YouTube channel. I can't remember which one it was, but there's a guy that opened up. He bought some cases and he got the Alt Art box. And he admitted on his YouTube channel, on his whatever his site was, he's like, yeah, I'm going to sell these boxes for like 50, 60 bucks. He's like, I'm taking a loss, but I got the Alt Art box. And then he's like, I'm probably going to sell the Alt Art box too and make some money off it. Like, he didn't even give a shit. I can't remember what YouTube channel it was, but there was a guy that like straight up admitted it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't give a shit. But it doesn't even matter if people say that in YouTube videos. Like, we all see it in the market, right? It's clear as day what's going on. It's not like, so I don't know what MetaZoo is doing. Why they have a third set with the same problem. Unless they already printed it that way and they had no choice. I don't know, but... Isn't it weird that MetaZoo employees are like a collector? They're selling rare promos and stuff on eBay while they still work for MetaZoo. I always find that entertaining. Might be me. Now I would say it does look like you can get more hits out of a new set in one box. I've seen some channels talking about how you can get like 4 hits out of Secret Shadows, but I haven't seen anyone pull more than like 2 or 3 alt arts out of a box. I haven't seen 4, but I've heard channels talk about it, but I haven't actually seen it. So I don't know what they're considering hits. And those legendary casters, those aren't hits. Those are hilarious. I think it's the same person buying them on eBay for $51 each. Then Ozu do what? Less buyers means less value, though. See, more hits. Yeah, I guess you'd be right. Who knows? I mean, they thought they had an uphill battle battling the bad vibes of the old MetaZoo name. Well, now not only do they have that to worry about, but now they have a set out 3 sets in a row that stores can't make money off of. And if you're getting your distribution from Cardio, by the time you get your box, like you guys seen the video I made with Rudy talking about it. Like, why would anyone buy it if by the time it gets to your stepsister's door, you already lost half the value of what you paid for before the shipping label even gets on it? Right? I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But there's a lot of people that have left MetaZoo. Like, you never see videos from Metakai anymore. Tormentic's gone. Nick Strength the Pokemon. He's going to open some Secret Shadows. But he's, fire selling all his stuff on eBay. So, he's probably selling that stuff on eBay to pay for the Secret Shadows. So he doesn't have to feel like it's a loss. Hey, it's Balloon Fight. So, I guess the good thing in all this, no matter what happens in MetaZoo, we all got as much product as we wanted from Goat. Like, I'm more than satisfied. Like, I've opened up more MetaZoo and I have more MetaZoo coming. Like, I have another 6 boxes of Nightfall coming. I'm going to sit on that probably until next Halloween and the Halloween after that. I wanted... You got a lot better price, Torrential Tides. Yeah. They need a marketing department. How do you only have 24 people at a Collecticon tournament, man? 24? Did they not have enough tables or something? They need to go... Yeah, the Cryptid Festivals, yeah. 100%. And if the gameplay is so amazing, I don't know why... Why didn't the Flex decks have instruction guides? Or, you know, like all these things that original MetaZoo did. When you buy Spellbook or a release event decks, it came with a rulebook. The new MetaZoo can't do that. There's a QR code you got to scan. Like, most people that get into something new aren't going to go through that effort. You know, they're not going to give a shit. So... Wait at best, but that's Charlie. Why they haven't attended those? I bet you no one's gonna. Someone should ask that in the MetaZoo Monday. I wish I could ask stuff in there, but they probably won't. A lot of people don't want to ask that kind of stuff in there because they're all yes men for Charlie, or at least a lot of them are, not all. And they just, you know, want to just ask softball questions for Charlie to answer. Except, I did like that Charlie answered my website question. He actually called out Cardi.io for the website. I'll never forget that one. When I was like, why does your website have ultra rares on it? And he's like, Cardi.io is the one that runs their website, not us. It has nothing to do with us. And I was like, oh shit. So even Charlie doesn't seem completely happy. There seems to be like, you could hit a nerve on him too. Like he literally name dropped Cardio for making a shitty website. And that's why I like being like a MetaZoo menace, because I'll try and ask the hard-hitting questions sometimes in the Discord when I was allowed in there. And sometimes Charlie would answer and he would drop names, you know? Everyone else is just like, I don't know. And when it's Discord, he can easily avoid anything he doesn't want to answer. Yeah. I'm just amazed that he actually did answer some of my questions. Especially that website one. Because that website's a joke. How do they not have the third set on their own website? Like, get someone else to make a website for you. Get rid of Cardio. Or maybe they have a contract and they can't. But you have ultra rares as a rarity. If you click on one of the legendary buttons, it doesn't do anything. The other one does do something. And they don't even have their third set on there. So the opening page of their website says Secret Shadows. You scroll down, you see all the 3-star cards. But then after that, when you go to card list, you can't find Secret Shadows in the card list. Like, how ghetto can you get? Like, I don't know. Maybe I have nothing to compare to. Is there any other TCG out there that has a website, when they have a new set come out, they don't even have their own set on there, the newest set? Oh yeah, zero hype. Zero hype. Because they keep screwing shit up. And in the way they give out spoilers. Remember, I was making fun of it when TMX got to spoil an uncommon card or a common card, the Bat Squatch. I wasn't making fun of TMX in that. I just felt bad for him because I'm like, what kind of shit spoiler is that? Give him a texturized card spoiler. Meanwhile, Epic Tube HD hasn't made MetaZoo content in who knows how long. And they're like, oh, here. You could spoil the alternate art box with all 4 alternate art cards. You know what I mean? Just out of nowhere. It's like, there's a lot of content creators that would have gone crazy to spoil just one of those cards. So I like Epic Tube HD. I have nothing against him. He's like one of my favorite OG MetaZoo content creators. But he literally came out of nowhere and wasn't really making MetaZoo content ever. And literally doesn't. Unless it's like he's at a con or something. He's got some footage. But he doesn't really make MetaZoo content. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, he doesn't. There's no debate in it. But yet they gave him the craziest spoilers anyone could even dream of. So, but yet they don't send Nick Strength and Pokemon spoilers. They're crazy. Don't even think there are three what? I missed a comment before that. Did you say like YouTube content creators for MetaZoo? And that's the thing. Who really even makes content for MetaZoo? You know, I make my videos about eBay and like when there's some updates on Discord, this and that. It's because no one else is doing it. If even one other channel starts making updates showing what's on Discord, I'll probably never do it again. I just do it because no one else is doing it, you know? And TMX just talks to the camera. We can't really see what he's talking about. And we got to hope that he remembers what he's doing, but... Yeah, TMX, yeah. Well, he's trying to be optimistic, but even he's kind of burning out, I noticed. In his Secret Shadows video, he's like, I'll talk about what I think of the set in a week or so. So... Yeah, they don't even give him a sweet spoiler. Give him a fucking hidden rare, man. Yeah, and I'm only last one standing in MetaZoo because no one else is making the content I want to see. So then I just go out of my way and do it. That's literally my motivation. It's because no one else is making the content I want to watch when I'm watching MetaZoo content. If anyone else were to screen record stuff that goes on in the MetaZoo Mondays and like announcements and all that, I would have more than... I'd have no problem watching those videos and I wouldn't even make it. I'd just be like, oh yeah, cool. But if I feel like I could make a video better than someone else making similar content, then I'll do it. But like TMX, I wasn't going to come MetaZoo Mondays, but I just didn't know what the hell he was talking about sometimes because he was sort of trying to remember this and that. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go there and I'm going to screen record it. And I'm going to document it so that I actually can see what actually happened. Instead of hopefully sort of remembering. Nothing against TMX, but I just wish he would screen record so we could see what he's talking about. How they react to an increased demand given how MetaZoo 1 reacted and destroyed their company by printing hundreds. They asked on one of their first minute and they didn't answer. Yeah, they won't answer. So, yeah. But then again, it is Discord, right? I don't blame Discord. I mean, most Discords just want softball questions. And they just want to make that super positive atmosphere, even if it's a fake positive. Like, there's too many things I've seen in the Discord where they'll do a spoiler, and because it's Charlie, everyone's just, like, kissing his ass. Like, oh, wow, Charlie, that's crazy. Wow, it's amazing. I remember when the Caster Legendary cards came out. It's in the Discord right now. If you scroll up far enough from 2 weeks ago on the MetaZoo Monday they did, everyone was going ape shit. They're like, oh, wow, these Legendary Casters are amazing. And I was reading that. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm like, this is horrible. Like, let's see. They didn't answer. The Caster Legendary cards. Yeah. I mean, these are Legendary cards. Oh, shit. Like, that's a nice card. Why don't they just keep the same exact design for the Legendary cards and just put new cryptids in? Like, oh, I don't know, Bigfoot? Like... Cool, first. And that's the thing, I will give MetaZoo credit on. Their cards that they make, these textured cards and everything, phenomenal. Like, really good-looking cards. They do MetaZoo justice. Like, if the evolution of old MetaZoo goes to this is awesome. But, yeah. Get a Secret Shadow Block, get a Cast Legendary 2, and the generic, yeah. They're just like a Chat GPT generic AI casters, like, yeah, they're horrible. There's no soul to them. They may as well just be like robots. Like, I don't know. When you see Sam Sinclair, you just feel like, okay, there's something going on here. Like, just badass. You know what I mean? But anyways, everyone knows all this, right? Everyone 100% agrees, or at least most people. Anyone that doesn't agree, I mean, that's confusing to me if they think that the legendary casters are a good idea. I don't know what to say there, but Humple was an interesting choice as a legendary rare. It's not one of my chases, but even Humple Dumple, you know, he still looks badass. He looks like all kind of evil, like, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of cryptids I would have chosen ahead of Humple Dumple, but he's definitely growing on people. Oh, you like the Piazza Bird? I think I have that Piazza Bird here somewhere. Oh, how convenient. Right there. There you go. There's your Piazza Bird. The mouth of the Piazza Bird always weirded me out a little bit, though. The mouth always looks weird in that Piazza Bird. But yeah, it's a pretty badass card, though. Well, here's my question to the chat. They finally put Injured Cold into the MetaZoo set, and he's a caster, a 2-star rarity caster. Why didn't they put him as a legendary caster with Mothman? That would have gave credibility to that subset. You know what I mean? The legendary casters, if they would have put Injured Cold with Mothman on the same card as a legendary caster, that would have been a chase in that set. So, and they didn't do it. They didn't even make Injured Cold a 3-star or a hidden rare. Like, whoever made the Secret Shadow set clearly does not know what the fuck MetaZoo is. Like, complete morons. The cryptid choice, I mean, but there were some home runs. Like that Bunnyman hidden rare. Amazing. I wish that was like artwork on my wall, like a full frame picture. No, Injured controls Mothman, I think, in the lore. But then Sam Sinclair can get a hold of Mothman and take him to the light Mothman or whatever, but... Or Injured Cold and Mothman might even be the same person, I think, in some lores of the same story. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they would have drawn like... But I mean, the 2-star rarity, the Wendigo, Grim Reaper, Injured Cold, what's a Medusa, all these cards, they look so good. But 2 stars will never be a chase. Yeah, that Bunnyman artwork is got to be among... I don't even know what MetaZoo card would be above that. Like, that is one of the best artworks ever in MetaZoo. Maybe I should look into that. Look at a whole bunch of card lists. Like, actually, yeah, maybe I'll just ask the chat right now. Like, what artwork, just based on the artwork alone, is better than that Bunnyman hidden rare? Like, that is pretty crazy. Oh, man, if they did more cards with that art style, that is, like... That's a whole new level of MetaZoo. Like, that trend, that's crazy. Like, that's a card that could, like, transcend MetaZoo into, like, different... I don't know, different genres. Like, that's crazy artwork. If you put that up in, like, in an art gallery, that artwork was crazy. It just... Because it just, you know, they say, what's the saying? A picture's worth 1,000 words or whatever? Like, that Bunnyman artwork is not just a card. That's a piece of art. Like, when you look at that, there's like, so many different stories you can think in your head as to what's going on in that picture. Even if you don't know the Bunnyman folklore or anything, it's crazy. Like, that's where MetaZoo needs to be, is in that Bunnyman picture. I mean, the Mothman Shadow Rare or Hidden Rare, the Wendigo, the Grim Reaper, they're all nice, but you know, you're just like, that's a cool Mothman card, that's a cool Wendigo card, that's a cool Grim Reaper. But the Bunnyman card, you're just like, there's a story in that picture. Like, that's awesome. Like, I should make that the screensaver to my phone. Like, that'd be a nice screensaver, that'd be a nice poster, it'd be a nice wallpaper, like, whatever, like. Yeah, that might be the greatest. I don't even know what... As far as just based on artwork alone, that's got to be one of the best. But here's a big thing. Why did they tease, and I don't know if you guys seen my video, but why did they tease Walking Sam in the original Secret Shadows spoiler video where they had Injured Cold laughing and all that? But there's no Walking Sam in the set. Where's Fresno Nightcrawlers? My mind is blowing. Yeah. MetaZoo's supposed to be like a kind of a darker, cryptid theme type of thing. And I mean, you know, there's things from old MetaZoo. I never liked Chibi Bigfoot. Even for the Pin Club, they didn't have regular Bigfoot. They had Chibi Bigfoot. I never was a fan of Chibi Bigfoot at all. So, you know, they had OG Mothman for the, what's it called? For the base set. Why didn't they have OG Loveline Frogman for Torrential Tides? And why didn't they have OG Wendigo for the third set? Like, duh. Oh, yeah, the Torrential Tides Cumberland Dragon. It's not worth anything. But I like the artwork on that, too. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, look at this card. This is a bronze rarity card. From Wilderness. From Wilderness. And this is better than almost any card in Secret Shadows. Oh, am I out of focus? So, again, the focus here, yeah, I did. Like, look how crazy that is. What the hell, man? Exactly. Imagine the cheese card for each set was an OG MetaZoo character, like the OG artwork. Right? Imagine this was like, well, imagine this was the 3-star in the new set. Right? But look even crazier, though. Right? It's not rocket science. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who's in charge. But I said this in a video a long time ago, and I know DPD19 didn't like it. But I said maybe they need to treat it like a sports team. Maybe they got to fire some employees or move them around. And that's how I came up with the fresh cakes thing. I was like, maybe some of them should be demoted to put in the fresh cakes in the urinal because they don't know what they're doing right now with their current job in MetaZoo. Maybe don't fire them, just demote them to fresh cakes. But, you know, like a sports team, right? When the team's not performing, who gets chopped? The coach. Right? Like, maybe they need, you know, to have a little shakeup in management. But then again, there's people that left. Like that lady that was running the marketing. Travis is apparently left. Anonymous Bob left. And who knows who else, right? So. Well, Mothman in this set, the 3-star sells for $30 or less. So it's not even selling for much. And that's Mothman. Like, they even fucked up Mothman 3-star rarity. You know, it's a good artist that illustrated the Mothman, but it's Mothman looking like a bat under a bridge. You know, it's not the Mothman we came here for. And I'm sure I've talked about it enough in Catching Cryptids and everyone else, but the cryptids they chose for the 3-star rarity, absolutely terrible. Yeah, and a lot of employees are leaving behind the scenes too, so it just makes you wonder if they're on their way out, the company, and they're just releasing what they already printed. And I really hope I'm wrong, but I just have no reason to believe otherwise. Because why don't they have binders? Why don't they have spellbooks? Why don't they have any other product out? Oh yeah, Secret was a miss so bad. And what, it came out like a week ago, unofficially, because there's no release date? And everyone unanimously agrees that it was a flop, and it's only been out for a week. That's pretty bad. I'll never forget when I did my live video where I was looking through the 3-stars, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see the Wendigo, the Bunny Man, Injured Cold, the Grim Reaper, you know, probably Bloody Mary, all this shit. And there's none of them. I was like, what the fuck? No Walking Sam, no Fresno Nightcrawlers, nothing. Yeah, Cryptic Camp. I have 3 Cryptic Camp binders. It's crazy. And I ordered those months ago. Like, Cryptos Camp. Like, I don't know, right? I've never made fun of Cryptic Camp, but anyone that does, all I can say is, like, they've been selling actual other product on their website for months now. Maybe a year, close to a year. So, You can see that would be crazy if they just go semi-silent December and don't announce a 4-set or entire month. Destroy first secret channel. Wait. Oh, here comes the cryptic camp haters. The cryptic camp quality is good. If you get those cards in your hand, it's actually pretty impressive how good the cards are. Art is worse than MetaZoo. Looks like 6-year-old design. Well, the art's its own thing, right? I mean, they mean for it to be the way it is. But cryptic camp's growing a lot. It used to be pretty non-existent on the secondary market, but I hear there's a lot more buzz going. But I've sold some cryptic camp cards or cryptic camp cards for quite a bit of money. Like we're talking several hundreds of dollars, like well over $2,000-3,000, and I've only sold maybe like 10 cards. So, that's true. Yeah, and they do share the same artist a lot of them. That's true. I see why people wouldn't like either one. And it's good for everyone not to like both. It creates good competition. I mean, not everyone likes Sega and Nintendo. Actually, I think Sega sucks compared to Nintendo, but there are people out there, it blows my mind, that actually think Sega was superior to Nintendo. I'm not sure on what level, except for the fact that Sega had blood in their Mortal Kombat game. Like, besides that, I don't know why people like Sega. But for their Mortal Kombat game, you have a controller with 3 buttons, so then you had to go out and buy a 6-button controller and spend more money. So, anyways. Here's a common card in Old Zoo that was pretty good. Better than most of the stuff in Secret Shadows, that's for sure. And then we have those interspecies lover Valentine Day cards from the legendary casters. I mean, that's one thing I'll say about MetaZoo. When they do go all out on these alt arts, though, and like they're crazy. That's what old MetaZoo deserved to evolve into, is like crazy shit like this. Absolutely awesome. I mean, who was collecting Pamola in the old MetaZoo? You know what I mean? Well, no one's collecting this card either, but I mean, it's pretty badass. Like, or where's the sleeper of them all? Yeah. I've never been a fan of Basilisk. Like, even this Basilisk here, I can care less, and no one cares either. I bought this for $7.50 as a PSA 10, but when they made it a legendary rare, holy shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's nice. Yeah, sure. But that's how Crypticamp wants it, right? It's the Crypticamp look, yeah. Crypticamp card quality is really nice. The hollow is really nice. But yeah, they do lack a background. And the artwork is a lot more simple. But I mean, that's their thing. That's their identity. At least they have an identity, I guess, right? I mean, that's a thing that even people are saying from the first set. Like, what's MetaZoo's identity? What's their story? They have all this lore, but they don't have a story of their own for each set. Meanwhile, Charlie was saying, making fun of Pokemon for not having stories with each set, but neither does MetaZoo, so... Yeah, that's true. They just copied the other TCGs. I had no idea how blatant it was because I never collected Lorcana or One Piece. But that Layered Worlds video was such an eye-opener. I was like, holy crap. But maybe that was their marketing campaign, was to try and look like other TCGs. So then when the other TCGs come out with new set, they were hoping people would be like, oh, these look like MetaZoo cards, you know? I wouldn't even have known they looked like the other ones if it wasn't for certain people showing them, just because I don't collect the other ones. But then again, you don't have to have much of a background. I mean, these legendary cards don't have much of a background. It just looks epic all around, but there's not much of a background going on. Where's my cryptic camp cards? I don't know where I put them. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. I have no idea. Somewhere in this mess. Anyways, I think I'm almost out of here. What time is it here? It's like 1:20 here. That's a weird smell. True. Oh, here, I'm going to show you guys one more thing really quick. Give me 1 sec. I know I've mentioned it before, but I think a lot of people forget. Give me 1 sec. Here, I got something for everybody here that I think maybe a lot of people either don't know or maybe forgot about. So we all know this box, right? The Poncho box, of course. Now, what did everyone hate about the new MetaZoo? They hated the original box design, right? Because they didn't like Bigfoot. Right? They didn't like the way Bigfoot looked. I'm just reading what everyone said. So the new casters look like ChatGPT created them. Plus red borders. So anyways, so everyone remembers the original box they had for base set, right? And they're like, oh, we changed it. They didn't change the pack, but they changed the box art to Sun Wukong, right? So here, where is it here? So they changed it to Sun Wukong, right? Because everyone's like, oh, that Bigfoot looks horrible. Everyone was going crazy about how shitty Bigfoot looked. But here's the problem. Watch. They didn't change anything. Because the Poncho box has that shitty Bigfoot on it, but the Poncho box is so epic. I think, I mean, come on. Look at that Bigfoot there. Is that not the shitty Bigfoot no one likes? He's right on the Poncho box. He's right there. They didn't change him on the poncho box. He's right there. That's that shitty Bigfoot that the base set booster box they said they changed for everyone, which I never believed. I think they were going to change the box anyways. I don't think it was because the fan base was like, oh, that box sucks. And then MetaZoo's like, we listened to you, we changed it. Well, he's right here. That is that shitty Bigfoot from the original box. He's on the poncho box. I think he doesn't look as bad because he's blue and he's in the shadows and all that, but... I mean, but that is the shitty Bigfoot that was on the original box that everyone was hating on. So... I don't think I have any of the pack arts here, but... So I can confirm it, but... Maybe he just looks better in blue, but that's still him. That's still the same dude with his hair slicked up. Right? There's the Shadow Rare Bigfoot right there. That's the cards. But you know what I would love to see? Give us a hidden rare Mothman that looks like that on the card. Because don't forget, the cards that came out of this box, that's the Piazza bird that comes out of this box. Where's the Bigfoot? That's the Mothman right there. We didn't get that Piazza bird as a card. Where's the Bigfoot? There's the Bigfoot, and there's the Sun Wukong that came out of the box. Those are the promo cards. Right? Yeah, the Donald Trump Bigfoot. But where's that Mothman? Because the Mothman that comes out of here is right here. Right? For the promo card. But where's that Mothman? Holy shit. Imagine that. And do you think this is like printed on? Or do you think Poncho autographed each one individually? Like, do you think that's ink? I don't know. Or is that just like a printed box with the same autograph, exactly the same? I think I'd have to get two of these boxes side by side and see if the autograph, the 2025, is identical. You know what I mean? But it probably is printed, yeah. It's kind of cool, though. I've never actually taken the time to compare two different boxes, so... But you're probably right. It probably is a print. Oh, let's go like that. But yeah, that's Mr. Shitty right there. Everyone was making fun of. But he's still there. He will always live on in the poncho box. Pretty crazy looking box, though. But even these promo cards have substantially dropped in value. Get your phone camera and see if there's overlapping ink. I was thinking about that. I should do that with the magnifying glass. Anyways, what's everyone chatting about? Oh yeah, you got that CGC 10. Oh yeah. Heavy OG. Oh, here, before I go, I'll show you guys something else that some of you might have seen. Some of you might not have seen, but I got something crazy if you've never seen it before. Okay, this is a nice surprise for anyone that's made it this late into this live stream. Watch this. I guarantee everyone here is going to love this. Watch this. And this is actually hard signed. Watch this. I bought this for like 30 or 50 bucks up in Canada. Check this out. I just got to get it out of its case. Look at this. You want a piece of history in MetaZoo? Look at this bad boy. Kickstarter booster box that was signed by Mike Waddell, Steve Aoki, King Gary Pokemon. Right, so that's one side, but here's the autographs on the front. Right, it's got Mike Waddell's signature up here. I don't know what this is up here. First, what does that say up there? First something? Oh, first place. Yeah, this must have been given away as a first place prize. Right? Signed by Oki, August 4, 2021. There's Gary King, MetaZoo, Mike Waddell. It's some first place prize box. But I bought it in an auction up in Canada. Is there anything else on here? No. So that's all they signed, I guess. Right? This is pretty cool. They got some inscriptions here. Thanks so much for being such a huge fan. Let's go to the moon together. Guess who probably wrote that? Probably Mike Waddell, eh? Right? This is a crazy, like... But I don't know what it's from. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. Is that a rocket ship? Oh, yeah, it's a rocket ship, and that's the moon. Right? MetaZoo on the moon, maybe? I don't know what the hell's... Yeah, it's a rocket ship. Well, maybe they made it to the moon, but then they crash landed. So... But yeah, pretty cool. I don't know what tournament this would have been from or anything. I didn't get any background on it, but it was a first place prize, obviously. So August 4th, 2021, which is crazy because I got into MetaZoo. The first time I ever got into MetaZoo was July 31st, 2021, when Nick Strength the Pokemon did a live stream. And the first time I bought product was actually on August 4th, 2021. So, or it was August 3rd or August 4th. But I didn't know about this box. I bought this box last year. So it was cool to get this as a collectible with a date that it was signed. Literally was the same time that I got into MetaZoo. So, really cool. I'm not sure where this comes from, but I just got it in a random Slab Shark auction up in Canada for super cheap. When MetaZoo was dead, no one gave a crap. So this box was so cheap. So I just put it in this ghetto puzzle piece protective case. Why is there hair on it? Yuck. Yeah, Kickstarter boxes were... Oh, there's a Kickstarter box that just sold on eBay this last week for 325 bucks. I don't even know what to say about that. Kickstarter is... I don't know which is doing worse, Topps Chrome or Kickstarter. Like, Kickstarter is falling off a cliff. Couldn't give it away back then, still can't. Depending on what it is. That's okay. That's one of those things where I don't even care what the value is. It's just, it's cool to have. Who, from Slab Sharks? At least up in Canada, Slab Sharks is always really good to buy from. Crazy, yeah, spellbooks. Even when spellbooks were selling for $250 on EV and HQ, that was considered insane. Even buying them for $400 was crazy. Now booster boxes are from $325 to maybe like $550. Like, anyone remember when Nick Strength of Pokemon bought his first Kickstarter booster box off that other MetaZoo content creator for like $3,900 or $3,600? And a lot of people are like, man, we can't believe he sold it for that cheap to Nick Strength of Pokemon. He's going to regret that. Meanwhile, it's never ever recovered since then. Who would have thought? Even 1,050, I mean, that's a steal of a deal, but now 1,050 is like double what it is now, which blows my mind. But who knows? Maybe all this will rebound someday. Who knows? If it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's a lot of money. A lot of people spend a lot of money on Pogs too, right? So, but we'll see what happens in MetaZoo. I think it's dead. And if it's not, it's only because they already have product printed out ahead of time that they still have to sell off. But like, the company doesn't even care. Like, they must know the secondary market's already dead for the set that just came out a week ago, and the overall consensus is that it sucks. You know, like, the artwork's nice, but there's no real value in the set besides some of the hidden rares. But I mean, those are so hard to pull. You may as well just buy the singles. And the company doesn't seem worried at all. Like, they're not even trying to rebound, or they're just like, ah. So before I go, I mean, how do you have a tournament at Collecticon only have 20 people sign, or 24 people join the tournament, and most of them are artists or people that pretty much work for the company? I know Team X doesn't work for the company, but it's at worst right now 100%. Yeah, like, everything's at its worst with MetaZoo. Well, there's some auctions that I don't understand why they're so high right now. There's actually some really peculiar ones, like what's his name, Mesopotamia. He sold that Monkey Mirage PSA 10 for over $350 American. I don't understand who paid for that. And he said it's a confirmed sale. But I don't know how that's possible. I mean, who's paying $350 for a Monkey Mirage PSA 10? Like, why? The card ungraded is like $6, $10. Like, and there's 6 PSA 10s at 18 cents in. It's not exactly rare, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just Monkey Mirage. The artwork's sick, but not $350 sick. You can't even sell a Mothman PSA 10 for that price. So I'm not sure how Monkey Mirage is up there, but anyways. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I think they're done. If there was any other TCG, I think we would all agree. We'd be like if we were talking about D-Spirits right now, and they were doing the sales that they're doing right now, 1 week after release, we'd be like, yeah, it's dead. There'd be no gray area at all. Not many PSA 10s, but 6 out of 18. There's a lot of other MetaZoo alt arts that sell for a lot less, that are more desirable, that have less PSA 10s. So, I don't know. I don't know what the logic is. You literally couldn't sell an alt art Mothman PSA 10 for $350. Not even close. See, spoken of regrets. Yeah, I'm going to go in about a couple minutes as well. So, but who knows, right? There's a Mothman Festival promo card that's already around $350 in auction right now, which is totally bananas. I mean, they had a ton of those Mothman Festival promo cards on Quote. I know it's a PSA 10, but $350 in auction already, and it's not even over. So, yeah, the tainted name didn't help, and now the ability to make no money off of it for stores is what brought it down to 1%. It's bad enough the name was tainted, but now that stores can't even make money selling it, I mean, what are you going to do? That's why I think it's over, and we just don't know it officially yet. But because if it wasn't over, why would there be no binders by the third set? Why is there no spell books? Why is there no LGS interaction, like where they're helping them get tournaments started up? Nothing. Like, what's like? Why are they not trying to do anything else? If they really feel like they have a future still, then why aren't they doing anything? Why is there only 24 people at their tournament? Why, when Secret Shadows releases on Whatnot over a week ago, are the artists the main people in the Whatnot live stream buying boxes, keeping the stream going? You know what I mean? Like, why is that happening? Why is Collector, someone that works for MetaZoo, on eBay selling off grails and stuff, and selling off other interesting items from MetaZoo? Like, isn't that weird? I think that's weird. Like, he's selling those supposedly hard to get hollow mailbox promos that most people don't care about. But he's got multiple of them on eBay. But yet he works at the conventions. So, or maybe he doesn't work at the conventions, but he works for MetaZoo. But maybe not enough of us have messaged TCG Player to let them back on. Or get them on, I guess. But doesn't TCG Player have old MetaZoo, but they won't put new MetaZoo? I guess there's other reasons behind that, but it is pretty bad, and it's a warning sign when Charlie's saying in Discord, oh, maybe you guys should send them emails and get them to put us on there. Maybe you guys should let your local LGS know about us. He's literally trying to get people to do the marketing for him. Like, all I could say to that is, Charlie, we have the money. If you want our money, you got to put out product that we want. We don't have to go out and tell anybody about it. So I guess before I go, like, do you think there's any hope for a 4 set? If they even have a 4 set coming? Like, exactly, it's not our job. Like, we can go out and buy other stuff too. We could buy OG MetaZoo that you conveniently put on quote for us, Charlie. It's like I could go promote MetaZoo at my local LGS, or I could sit at home on Whatnot and buy $6 cases of UFO. Yeah, and how many distribution partners? Who's even going to trust Cardio after this? They make a shitty website for MetaZoo, and they don't even get the product out in time to people before it totally tanks in value. So, anyways, I know I say it too many times, but there'll be a 4th set if it's already been printed and paid for, and they have no choice but to release it. But if it's not printed already, I can't imagine how much effort they would put into that. Because what distribution is going to be able to sell the product to what stores? Who's going to pre-order it at this point? And what Whatnot streamers are even going to bundle? Like, this past weekend, what Whatnot streamers are even trying to sell MetaZoo? You can't. And the set just came out a week ago. Like, MetaZoo Crew is literally the only hope, but MetaZoo is not dead. There is a company that exists, and he's literally the only hope for Whatnot for selling it. That's hilarious. I guess MetaZoo Crew was around when MetaZoo was dead. He was still doing streams and keeping the MetaZoo name alive. But there's an actual company that exists right now with 3 sets, and he's still the only one that is able to get any type of sales on it. There's other streamers that sell it, like Shiny Collectibles and stuff, but they don't. It's not on the same level as MetaZoo Crew, but it's only because everyone likes MetaZoo Crew, even I do. And that's the only reason I bought a box, was because I like MetaZoo Crew. So I was like, you know what, I'll buy it because he's selling it. But if it was anyone else, I would have just been like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no one's going to pre-order anymore because you're going to lose. You could buy the product for 50% off like a week or 2 afterwards. Yeah, exactly. They go to 50 to 60 on release. Yeah, and I'm sure everyone's seen my videos, like, and that's why, like, I don't know why EpicTube, HD, and other people, like, in Discord think I'm just hating on MetaZoo and I'm negative. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making the market tank. Like, I'm just reporting what's out there, you know what I mean? Like within less than a week of whatever unofficial release date of Secret Shadows, you see boxes in auctions selling for less than $60 all the way down to $53, $52, $51 a box. And it's not even December yet. Well, I guess it is now, but that's insane. Like, it's well below distribution pricing. And if you're selling on eBay, you're taking even more of a loss because of eBay fees. So exactly. And they don't even seem concerned at all. They're just like, we were a Collecticon. We can't do anything for a MetaZoo Monday or anything. But why call it MetaZoo Monday? They're too lazy even to just do a MetaZoo hour on a different day of the week where they can consistently do it. Like, they don't care. They really don't care. And it's so hilarious to watch. You know, and in a way, Charlie's screwing people. He's getting the product out. Mike Waddell didn't get product out at the end and just took the pre-orders. But Charlie's giving good quality cards, but an inferior product, you know? Like, there's just no demand for it, except for anyone that already existed. So, one question I wish I could ask Epic HD today is, or Epic Tube HD, is how many people would be collecting the new MetaZoo if there was no OG MetaZoo? If MetaZoo just came out right now, like Charlie and them just came up with the word MetaZoo somehow, and it just came out right now, who would be collecting it? Right? There's no new fan base. There barely is. I mean, maybe a little bit, but barely anyone. Like MetaZoo Maniac and MetaZoo News. Those maybe might be 3 new people that joined the new MetaZoo. But everyone else, I mean, would any of us be into MetaZoo? No. Most people that are into new MetaZoo right now are also into other things too. And they would just focus on that 100%. Like whether it's Sorcery or Riftbound or all these other games. So, and that's the thing that anyone that defends the new MetaZoo and says, oh, it's doing good, well, it's only doing good because the OG fans are the ones that are still supporting it, but barely supporting it. So, even Cryptic Keeper's getting pretty tired of it. That's crazy. Or not Cryptic Keeper, sorry. Catching Cryptids. So, anyways, I say the same shit all the time, but how they let Nick Strength of Pokemon slip through their fingers blows my mind. That's true. Wenderbro's right, and I'm sure there's got to be some truth behind that. They must have printed all 3 sets. Maybe that's what Charlie was talking about in the interview. He said, we're going to try some new things. We're going to see what works. And I think that's what they did, because all 3 sets are very different as far as, like, you know, the pull, what the chases are. I mean, this Legendary Casters, I think, is proof that they printed all 3 sets in the beginning. Because there's no way they printed those after they made Torrential Tides and seen the success of how popular these are, even though they're pretty cheap, and then came out with Legendary Casters after this was a hit. So they must have been experimenting. And I think that's the only thing that could save MetaZoo is if they actually come out and say, yeah, we printed all 3 sets. We're going to learn. We're going to take the feedback. We're going to go back to the drawing board. And there will be box toppers and more surprises in set number 4, 5, and 6, you know? So... But then again, Charlie is a flipper. Maybe he thought he could just build up the company a bit and flip it, just the way he flipped the inventory. So, yeah, exactly. And he alienated everyone. It's hilarious. I think they forgot about the fact that the MetaZoo community was already so small that if you piss off one OG MetaZoo fan, like say like a Noah Cloud or whoever, it's going to trickle and everyone's going to be like, wait a minute, if he's pissed off, I'm pissed off too. You know what I mean? And then they find out later why he's pissed off, just because they like that person. They're like, okay, if they're banning Noah Cloud, what the fuck? Right? And I think it's like a domino effect. Because I notice a lot of people when I get banned from Discord, that's one of the main topics sometimes in the Discord is about how I got banned and not even talking about anything else. So, and I have a screenshot of where I think it was Ben or Collector, they put out the rules of the Discord. And there's people in the Discord, they're like, why did you guys randomly put the rules out? What happened? Because we don't see any posts. They're like, oh, the post was deleted. But they're like, you know, and they were like, so what happened? Why are you guys telling us the rules in Discord? Like, did one of us offend you? Right? So, yeah, there's only like 150 in the generous estimate. After, yeah. I honestly believe there's well less than 100 people that collect MetaZoo right now. I have a lot of trouble believing there'd be more than 100 people. So, just based on the amount of people that I see that come into live streams, even in Nick Strength of Pokemon's when he goes live, when I go live, Escaped Alien, anybody. And then when you see the amount of people that are in Discord, when they do a MetaZoo Monday, you're lucky if you have 20 different people in there. And just anywhere. Even eBay. It's, you know, it's the same sellers. There's not too many different sellers that sell MetaZoo. Everyone knows pretty much who everyone is. So, yeah. If there's even 100 people in MetaZoo, I'd be surprised. And then, even further proof, if they have a tournament at a Collecticon, and only 24 people sign up, and some of those people are employees. So, I mean, when one of your artists is getting third place in your tournament, I'm not saying it can't happen, but is there any other TCG out there? Maybe I'm wrong, but is there any other TCG out there, even if it's small, where you have an artist that gets in the top 3 of the gameplay? To me, that just, I don't know, that just shows how small MetaZoo is. So, maybe she's just really good, I don't know. But it's just one of those things you never hear of, you know what I mean? It's like it'd be like if a promoter of UFC, like one of the promoters or like Dana White or whoever, was also, you know, in the top 3 rankings in one of the weight divisions, you know, you'd be like, that's different. Someone that actually works at the company is actually like ranking high in the actual company competition. So, you just don't see that, you know what I mean? Like an OG MetaZoo, like, you never would see, like, say, like, Mike Waddell placing 3rd in the tournament or something. Like, he wouldn't even play in the tournament. So, yeah, no one's willing to drop substantial money. Here, I'll tell one more story, then I'll get out of here. I took a screenshot of it. I had an offer. Maybe it's even one of you guys. Who knows? I don't know who it was. But, or maybe I do. I think, was it Savage? No, I don't know who it was. But on eBay, an offer for $159.99 for a first sighting Mothman from MetaZoo Top Zero. You know, the one serialized on 99. And I didn't accept it. I could have bought it for $160 and I didn't go for it. Because I have the PSA 10 already, but I was like, that's $160. And even I wasn't willing to pay for that. Did you know there's a Shadow Rare Sun Wukong from the Poncho Box? A Shadow Rare Sun Wukong PSA 8. I think it's ROM's cards. Had it listed for $120. No one bid on it. So now it got relisted for $100. I don't know if anyone bid on that yet. But I mean, that's one of the Shadow Rare cards from the Poncho Box for $100. Yes, it is a PSA 8, but a lot of those cards don't grade too well. And you can't even get a bid for $100. $120. That's insane. I sold a Shadow Rare Sun Wukong when it first came out out of my box for, I think, $350 or $400 American raw. And it probably would have only graded a PSA 7. It was in bad condition. But now a PSA 8, you can't even get a bid for $120. So, and you guys probably saw in my video, the Mothbrion, the second best card you can pull in the base set, the Poncho Mothman, hidden rare, $193 raw. But 7 months ago, someone paid $1,025 for it. So it just shows how the hype for even the new MetaZoo is going even lower than the old MetaZoo. Yeah, I mean, but then again, I mean, that's probably the second best sample card you can get. That's insane. I never thought the sample Loveland Frogman would sell for well less than $1,000. No matter what the grade is. That's crazy. In the world of MetaZoo, there's nothing higher than that except for Sample Mothman. And it's sold for only $700. But then that is a lot of money. But if you guys see, there's auctions on eBay right now where the OG Mothman is already well over $800 American for the PSA 10 OG Mothman. So there are people willing to spend some big money, but it's very select few. It's very select few. But that's the crazy thing. If MetaZoo does go anywhere, like say they do have some crazy plan and they go somewhere, all these prices right now, people would be dying to go back to. And that's another thing, yeah, a lot of auctions don't get paid for. That's true. There are a lot of quite collectors out there. That's true. And that's why it doesn't really matter if Discord bans me or anyone else. I mean, because a lot of people that are hardcore into collecting MetaZoo have never even gone into Discord. Like, it doesn't really matter. I just like being in there so I could report the stuff because no one else really reports it. Except for TMX, but we just have to guess what he's looking at because he doesn't actually show us what he's looking at. And he just tries to remember what he's talking about. But that's true, there are a lot. But still, I would doubt there's even 100 people that collect MetaZoo. And that are willing to spend more than $100 on a card. But he can't be banned anywhere. Oh, I know what to look for. Like, for example, like, do you think this is real or fake? Now, anyone that's from OG MetaZoo knows this is fake. But anyone that's not familiar with what to look for, I think this would be very easy to fool them. It's a pretty good, like, fake sample card. Right? Like, Wendebro can tell it's fake because he probably knows his stuff. But a lot of people probably couldn't tell that was fake, though. If they don't know OG MetaZoo well enough. Yeah, the backs definitely give it away. 100%. Yeah. Trying to put my tripod up a bit. Yeah, there's a lot of giveaways on the back. I think I paid... Yeah, it was about $30 American when I bought it. I think I paid about $50 Canadian, I think, for it. Or I might have... I know I didn't pay more than $50 American for it. It was either $50 Canadian or $50 American. I can't remember. But... like, the tells that I like to go by are the line... Where's... Here, I'll use, like, a pen here. Or scissors. So that line goes through the O. Or no, it goes on the outside of the O, but it should go through the O. There's no blue between the Z there and the whatever, like the shadow of the Z and the thing. There should be no shadow above the ruby, but there is a shadow there. And then sometimes the line doesn't connect up here on fake ones, but this one does. And then the O is a little different too. Like you can't see the line going through the O or whatever. But even some slabbed, I've actually owned PSA slabbed Kickstarter cards that were fake. And when you go on the PSA website, it didn't say that it was flagged or anything. They didn't even notice. They actually like graded it. There was one that I owned. I had it for 2 days before I realized it was fake. And then I was like, what the fuck? But I don't have it anymore. I wish I had that still so I could show it. I'm kind of an idiot. I should have kept that. But yeah, even the font is different and everything. But I mean, it's still a sweet looking card though. I'll never own the real one. So I mean, this is pretty... It's a pretty sweet second place It's a pretty sweet proxy card. I mean, it looks about as close as you can get if you don't know the difference. So, yeah, now that the camera's closer. Yeah, there's a lot of giveaways on the back if you know what to look for. Yeah, like there should be no shadow above the gemstone. There should be some blue between the Z and the shadow of the Z or whatever. Then that line is the easiest. But I've seen proxy cards where the line went through the O there, but it was fake because you could tell from other stuff up here. I've seen where they've actually adjusted it. So, not on this one, but I've seen some proxy cards that were very, very well done, like better than this. So, but hey, it's the front that matters, and that looks pretty damn crazy. I don't know if anyone knows this, but there was a seller a long time ago that used, they have like the metal Pokemon cards that are made out of metal. There was someone making metal MetaZoo cards, and I never bought them. They were on eBay. I took it for granted. I thought they would always be there. But there's metal ones. Fuck, I wish I would have picked those up. Like, they had Mothman and everything. So, but I never did it. As long as you know what to look for, and then you could pick out the... actually, true story. I sent this to PSA just to put it to the test to see if they actually would grade this or not. And they actually sent it back saying they couldn't confirm the authenticity. So PSA actually caught it because I was like, you know what? Let's see if they know their stuff. Because I've actually seen fake ones in slabs before. But yeah, no, they picked up on it. So I was hoping they did grade it so then I could have made a video about it showing that, they actually screwed up. And then show people what to look for, but they were not tricked, so I was impressed. Yeah. Okay, well, I think I'm out of here. That was fun. It's December. We just don't have booster packs. No one knows what's even going on in the next set of MetaZoo, which is pretty sad. I'm sure they'll announce some bullshit in the MetaZoo Monday that no one's even going to know about unless TMX reports it. But I will try to get some screenshots on a different computer tomorrow. And based on what TMX reports, maybe I'll make a video about it. But oh, it's good old Greaser Pete song time. Anyways, I'm out of here. That was a fun little stream. A lot of good venting. Blah, blah, blah. We'll see what's next. I'm sure we'll be around for a long time still talking about MetaZoo. Those are the ones I got through early PSA. True. Alright, we'll see you in whatever next video I come up with.